At 32. You can mow in school. Horse lover. My name is Horse Lover. Get it right. Get it right. Welcome to Fat 32.
Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32.
Just take a look.
Fat 32.
Just take a look.
Fat 32.
Sucked.
Fat 32. Stand by.
What are the problems?
Stand by.
What are the problems?
Stand by. Good. Fat 32.
Infamous Kiki stock camera.
Fat 32.
Stock hammer, stock hammer, stock hammer, stock hammer, Kiki on stock hammer, stock hammer, stock hammer, Kiki on stock hammer, stock hammer, stock hammer, Kiki on stock
Infamous
hammer.
Kiki stock camera. Is Chip your real name, by the way, or is that a persona for the website?
No, now it's my
Thanks a
real
lot,
name.
Chip.
Sure thing.
No, now it's my real name.
Website.
Data is in the holes.
It's a computer concept.
Holes. It's a computer concept, not a human concept.
Well, if the proof is in the pudding, the power is really in the applications. I'm a Windows kind of guy. On a
All right.
Pentium machine, I'm a Windows kind of guy.
All right.
You don't tend to think about the hip-hop culture.
Fat 32.
All about rap music and the hip-hop scene.
Fat 32.
Twisted.
I don't travel in those circles. I didn't get to talk to those guys.
Fat 32.
But I did get to talk to them in this chat room.
Fat 32.
Hip-hop chat room.
Andy the Fork, thank you very much.
I don't know a lot about the hip-hop scene, but
Fat 32.
really, I do now.
I do now.
I don't travel in those circles. I didn't get to talk to those guys.
Fat 32.
Thank you very much there, Andy the Fork. And to Conrad for the tip. And Digipadder Tobin,
I'm a Windows kind of guy.
who said missed the stream earlier on. And that's the fucking problem there. I was meant to do this. I was going to say, I've got some good stuff for you, man. Do you want to see what I've got? Gonna have to open the kimono on that. Do you want to buy any of these? Plenty more where they came from. And Robbie, thank you very much there for the tip, Robbie. Very, very kind of you as well. So this is MACWORLD Boston 1994. It seems to ring a bell. Do you know? MACWORLD San Francisco, I beg your pardon. Maybe that was it.
I'm after buying some new clobber. Round up the boys to come pinting. I want the whole town to see me.
Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32.
Just take a look.
Fat 32.
Just take a look.
Fat 32.
Sucked.
Fat 32. Stand by.
What are the problems?
Stand by.
What are the problems?
Stand by. Fat 32.
Infamous Kiki stock camera.
Fat 32.
We can kill that.
Fat 32.
We can kill that.
Fat 32. Fat
Kerry, thank you very, very much. And Notion, thank you very much.
Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32.
Infamous Kiki stock camera.
Is Chip your real name, by the way, or is that a persona for the website?
No, now it's my
Thanks
real
a lot,
name.
Chip.
Sure thing.
Website.
Data is in the holes. It's a computer concept.
It's a computer concept. The data is in the holes. It's a computer concept. Thank you very much there, Kerry, for the tip. And Notion and Robbie and none other than Andy the Fork.
Did someone just drop a bomb on this shit?
Because that stuff was a blast.
That stuff was a blast. Blast. And here we have the man himself, Blue Steel, Stu Steel. An unremitting glare of power, of control, of deference, but steely, cold-hard aggression lurks beneath that amenable surface of a man. It is, in fact, stupendous. And this is 1994, Season 11, Episode 16 of the series. The 11th series, and let's just have a little look. Tim Baran is in it, of Creative Strategies. Rick Mislovsky of Mac User. Jim Gable, big names. Mark Zimmer, Fractal Design, and Paul Brainerd of Aldous. An unbelievable situation. Let's have a look and see what it's got to offer us. Hopefully the sound is good. The picture looks crisp. It looks very crisp. And look at that. That's the fade in right there. And the build up, the inhalation before projecting. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Glyn, thank you very much. This year, the keynote sessions were held in the San Francisco Marriott's Yerba Buena Ballroom, says Laundry Hamper. There are a bit of inside information regarding the keynote sessions. Let's have a little look here.
It was exactly.
And I think actually, do we have that keynote from the Ray-Ban situation there in the little video box? Let's have a look. I'm not sure if it works. I'm not sure it works, but I managed to get myself a seat in the crowd for that. Maybe we'll have a look at that later if we can. Let's just see how Stu develops from the intro here, getting us all worked up.
It was exactly 10 years ago during the 1984
Super Bowl?
It was exactly 10 years ago during the 1984 Super Bowl that Apple first introduced the now famous Macintosh computer with the then famous 1984 style Macintosh commercial. Well, during these 10 years, the Mac has established itself as a unique computer. And while only capturing about 15% of the market...
That's somebody saying Stu's limo is in the background right there. Good spot. It's a stretch job. And it's probably just parked there while Stu does the piece to camera, and then he'll get back into it again.
15% of the marketplace, it has in many ways set the standards for all of today's personal computers.
And fast. Now this is my ass on the line, Bernard McDonald. Thank you very much.
We'll see what's new on the Macintosh today as we take you to the 10th anniversary MACWORLD Expo here in San Francisco on this special edition of the Computer
Chronicles. And it's the Moscone Center, the Willie Moscone Cup, the brilliant pool tournament held annually every year between Europe and the United States of America. It's the Ryder Cup of pool, of 9-ball pool. Fuck! Hey, don't want to cause any trouble. I don't want to cause any trouble around here.
In part by Intel, microprocessor technology for the software of today and tomorrow. Intel, the computer inside.
Additional funding provided by Dana, Macintosh networking specialists.
And by Hewlett-Packard, Personal Computer Division.
Dana.
Welcome to the computer.
Little bit of a fucking uncomfortable glance from the Badger himself just as we kick off there. Waiting for Stu. Stu hadn't given the go-ahead. He hadn't given the shot into the air. And you can even see Stu just looking off there. It just goes to show, highlights how tight the situation was. Even into the edit, you know. They didn't have much room to play with on the end, so they had to leave that little bit in. They weren't banking on eagle-eye cherries from 30 years in the future, playing this scene frame by frame as a breakdown. They didn't think that was important, but it is, and we are doing it.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee here at MACWORLD Expo 94.
And sorry, it's going to be a long one, I think, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Bagman Do in the background here as well, getting involved, spiking the camera. Maybe he waited for this moment. Maybe he's waited a long time to get on camera with Stu, but it really is beautiful. Is that Cheech Marin? Somebody says, I think referring to the Badger himself here. I don't know whether it's Cheech or it's Chong. It's one of the two anyways, but I don't think the Badge was into any of that sort of stuff. He was a clean-cut Silicon Valley guy. And but you do hear about a lot of the hippies, like Steve Jobs and Wozniak and all those computer PC user groups back in the day when they were priced out of the main market and had to make their own stuff. And there was a lot of long hair, trips, garages, fucking making computer stuff in bags and bringing it and showing it off to other lads in a room. Crazy days. Crazy, crazy days.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee here at MACWORLD Expo 94 in San Francisco, along with Tim Baharan, President of Creative Strategies. Tim, there are really not a lot of new products, important products being introduced at this MACWORLD, yet it's your view this is nevertheless a very important show.
Yeah, it's a very important show for a couple reasons. This is a transitionary period for Apple.
Transition.
Apple has had to take the Macintosh and try to convince everybody that it's still a very important platform, and yet at the same time tell everybody that there's a new Macintosh about to come out called the PowerPC. So it's a very delicate scenario for them, where they've got to convince everybody that they're still committed to the Mac platform and all of the existing software world to keep
Thank you
that
very
platform
much,
going.
Stooby Dooby Doo.
They've got to tell everybody that yes, the PowerPC is a very powerful platform and we want you to move forward with us.
What about Newton here at MACWORLD?
Newton's important too.
It's all about the Newton, and this angle of Stu looking down on Badge, it's the only problem is the two men are very vertically misaligned. One much bigger than the other. They could have got the Badge man a little box, or a stool, or a stand, but I think that might have been undignified, and they've gone with this shot here, which I don't really like. You know, Stu is too commanding. He can actually be too commanding, can Stu.
Platform and we want you to move forward with us.
Even lifts in the shoes would not have helped that situation. Maybe a bit, but it wouldn't really rectify such a big disparity in height between the two gentlemen. And thank you very much, Honda Town, Honda Civic. Very, very kind of you.
Mac platform and all of the existing software world to keep that platform going. And yet at the same time, they've got to tell everybody that yes, the PowerPC is a very powerful platform and we want you to move forward with us.
What about Newton here at MACWORLD?
Newton's important too. This is the first show that we're going to be
It's
able to actually
all about the Newton.
have Newton software where people can play with it. The last time when Newton was at the MACWORLD in Boston, it was just the box itself.
Yeah.
Now we've got software and examples for people to actually look at. So it's important for Apple to be able to take Newton, show some of the applications, show how we can make it more productive, and put the right perspective on it that says this is a very important platform and we're going to support it as well.
Finally, Tim, what about the Macintosh GUI? A big advantage, Windows catches up. We're not seeing any real change on the Macintosh.
Right.
Great GUI.
In the past, and it's actually amazing that in a 10-year time period that Macintosh...
And it's one of the things about revisiting these programs time and time again is that a lot of the same tech will get brought up, i.e. Newton. We know what it is. We've seen it a million times. But I mean, it is interesting, for me anyways, to see the development and excitement of this piece of tat that never really it never made any great waves. But they're pinning their hopes on 1994's MACWORLD San Fran Expo being the moment when Newton really gets a grip of the game.
Graphical interface hasn't changed that much. But the thing that's important is that now that they get new processing power with the PowerPC, Apple can do things like add voice, sound, video, voice recognition, etc., and take that graphical interface to a new level. So the
GUI.
PowerPC is key to that.
Sure. Okay, today you'll see the newest hardware and software for the Macintosh, for the Newton, multimedia, and more at MACWORLD 94. This year's Expo featured 540 exhibitors and over 700 new products. 70,000 attendees filled the halls to capacity during the 4 days of MACWORLD.
Look at that.
Alongside the traditional Macintosh.
Your man was in a real hurry there, and there's a Tommy Schlug kind of Peter Cook situation as well. Chief Musty, very, very kind of you. I hope you're getting on well.
There were some new exhibitors, more commonly associated with attendees filled the halls to capacity during the 4 days of
nerds. Someone says I would be in that herd myself. I mean, I'm in that herd now. You know, and we're what, 30 years, 40 years later after the event. I'm with these guys. I'd be on this fella's level. Do you know? This fella right here. On my way there with my turtleneck, possibly. But I like the head as well, and just the ability to do this, even though you know what's coming. Boom. Right there. And then boom. Right again. You think I'm putting him away in the box? You're wrong. I'm going to reveal him and take him out the box again. And there's another one coming up here. It's a great tash. Reminds me of Tosh from The Bill. And it's... I think they're overly dressed because it's San Francisco. It's going to be a hot situation inside this arena, is it not? Secret MGS4 Lover, thank you very much. You might have noticed there I slipped on a snail. Thank you very much for I put on the thumbnail of the stream. My take on the whole Metal Gear thing, because I noticed some people were saying, you're shitting on the game, man, and it was a great game, and you know, I don't like it when you shit on the game. So I just think, you know, you're wrong. People who said that game was a brilliant ending to the saga, unfortunately, it's a hard pill for you to have to swallow, but you are wrong. Okay? And unfortunately, you're just going to have to come to terms with that reality.
For Macintosh vendors, there were some new exhibitors, more commonly associated with PCs than with Macs. Digital equipment and Texas Instruments were among those showing Mac-compatible peripherals, such as scanners and high-resolution printers. MACWORLD is still a Macintosh showcase, however.
It was self-indulgent, and I understand self-indulgence. All you have to do is just tune into any of these streams. The most self-indulgent I could ever be, in some ways. But that game was too much indulgence.
And Apple Computer took center stage with more than just new hardware. This year's show highlighted the decade-long history of the Mac, with conferences...
Todd Rundgren! Fucking Todd Rundgren. Is it? I don't know. And there's probably some other fucking artists there as well. Unbelievable stuff. Check that out. Something Anything. Unbelievable album there by Todd Rundgren. Rozer M94. Thank you very, very, very much.
Stressing the achievements of the original Macintosh and the future potential of the next generation.
Maybe it isn't him. Maybe it's not him.
Mac.
And look at this. Very dystopian stuff. May our stew on high keep me safe on this long bus journey home. I hope you're okay, Ross, on a bus at this time of night.
To add to the nostalgic feeling, Apple replayed its most famous Macintosh ad, the Super Bowl commercial, featuring an Orwellian 1984 theme.
I think we've watched this one. Or have we just seen this advert played in another episode? I'm not sure. Usually I can remember the faces of nerds. And we've seen about 3 different nerds, and they're all new to me.
MACWORLD.
Oh, that probably cost millions and millions of dollars to make. And it's got a kind of a clockwork orange mind 1984 mind warp vibe about it, but you've got the athletes smashing the screen in a kind of revolutionary symbolic gesture. Boom. Don't know how it explodes, but again, what even is this place? The rules apply as we know them. Oh.
We're the classic agnostic guys.
Oh. Oh. Thank you very, very much there, Varney Teabag. New mustache owner. Any tips and tricks for the novice? How long have you sported that? Well, I don't know. It's been a while. The only rules, really, there are... Do you want to know the rules? There are no rules.
Did someone just drop a bomb on this shit? Because that stuff was a blast.
MACWORLD's theatrical side was overshadowed by the excitement surrounding the next generation Mac.
How about that?
Macintosh, dubbed
how'd you like them apples? And this is a fucking fantastic headset keynote presentation New software files. Your software runs. It's a Macintosh for Macintosh users.
PowerPC. Although no formal announcement was made about a release date or price, PowerPC demonstrations are much in evidence at the Apple Pavilion, and a broad range of software companies
just down the Apple
PowerPC
Pav
applications on display.
We're seeing a lot of PowerPC applications on the floor.
Lovely
However,
stuff.
There's a
Rick Maslovsky, who we actually had his name dropped in the intro. Mizlewski.
sense of anticipation.
Macuser from Macuser magazine. It's none other than McCluskey.
That when in the spring the PowerPC is released, you're going to see a lot more activity. This show
Eric
is holding
Bristow,
its breath.
the darts man.
While Apple was not selling any new PowerPCs at this show, the company did have some new products.
Did you just go a little bit southern drawl there, Stu? The company did.
Any new PowerPCs at this show, the company did have some new products.
The company did have some new PCs down inside that hole.
Apple was not selling any new PowerPCs at this show. The company did have some new products. Apple launched a new online service called
Look,
eWorld.
this cyber dude. Shirt tucked snugly into pant. He's got some sort of badge on his chest as well. He's the Terminator of the convention. Your friendly local Terminator will be checking up. He's just checking his watch there. Who next to kill? And he likes these dark themed alcoves of the Moscone Center because it allows him to dispatch nerds at rapid pace in a very stealth-like manner as well.
The company did have some new products.
The company did have some new Terminators.
Apple was not selling any new PowerPCs at this show. The company did have some new products. Apple launched a new online service called eWorld, featuring an especially friendly interface
Ecstasy
modeled
World.
around a kind of electronic village of information.
It's an electronic
The
village.
different services are grouped in building icons, such as marketplace, newsstand, and library. According to Apple, the real-world metaphor is meant to bring order to the chaos that usually results from a glut of information providers, making it difficult to locate
It's the after hours eWorld.
data and navigate the system. eWorld will be available for Mac users this spring, with a Windows version due shortly afterward. Apple is planning to
Make money fast from Bob. Beach party and barbecue. Mac Plus for sale. Got an idea that uses crayon. Hello from Tokyo. Let's start a band.
offer worldwide access by the end of the
Wouldn't it be great to have fucking emails sent to you by people, real people every day with such enthusiasm, instead of just the advert emails that you get clogging up the inbox? Someone called fucking Jesse asking for ideas with crayons. You've got Bob saying, make money fast. Or even Corey, who asks, let's start a band.
this year. On the hardware side,
In a way,
Apple
it promises email to be this world where it's going to be like, it's going to be class. But the reality is, I haven't had a real life person email me in years. Probably it's just all fucking computer spam shit.
End of this year.
Hello from Tokyo, Pat. Posted on eWorld. Thank you for the prompt response to my inquiry requesting your catalogue of flowering plants. I would like to order 24 packets of California wildflower seeds. Those golden poppies are magnificent. Are you acquainted with the process of importing seeds from the United States to Japan? Do I need to apply for special permit? I would appreciate advice. Thanks. Michiko Okada.
On the hardware side, Apple introduced a new
Hardware side?
On the hardware side, Apple introduced a new combination computer and television receiver called the Macintosh TV. The unit features a 14-inch monitor combined with a CD player and an
Unreal.
interface.
Little fucking Nintendo there as well beside it. Playing R-Type.
VCR, camcorder,
A piece of Scumballita meat! Thank you very much.
video disc player, or video game console.
Wow.
Since it's also a computer,
It looks neat. It looks very neat.
the Macintosh TV has or video.
It's a Mac TV that combines your telly, your computer. You can plug your Nintendo into it. It's the all-in-one setup. everything in one box.
Interface for a VCR, camcorder, video disc player, or video game console. Since it's also a computer, the Macintosh TV has software functions as well. Users will be able to freeze and capture television images,
lovely bit of Indiana Jones there,
display closed captions, and activate a password protection device. The computer comes with a 32 megahertz microprocessor, preloaded software, and a 160 megabyte hard drive.
Nice.
Cable-ready Macintosh TV will sell for about $2,000.
Imagine how much you could fit on that 160 megabyte hard drive.
Apple was also showing off a new model.
And that's a real long tail end starting point for this hand model. They didn't get the action yet, and they're just waiting to go.
270C dockable PowerBook.
They're not going to move. They're not going to move unless it's a still image.
Duo.
No, it's not.
First PowerBook with 16-bit color. The backlit active matrix display.
And you don't see many of these anymore. It's a rollerball inserted into the middle of the laptop, which allows you to mouse your way to success using that rollerball. This is predating trackpad technology.
PowerBook.
It even does away with that Dell bollocks about having a little nub in the middle of the keyboard.
With 16-bit color. The backlit active matrix display offered sharp, clear graphics.
Ergonomic finger nub.
Gradations of color, usually found only on desktop systems. The 270C is available for around $3,000. This may be the last MACWORLD Expo that's all about 68,000-based computers.
Loving it, Stu.
By the time MACWORLD gets to Boston later this year, it's likely the star of the show won't be the Macintosh, but the new PowerPC.
Loving it.
PowerPC demonstrations were evident all around the show, most often featuring familiar software running at unfamiliar speeds.
Flambag and 9mm Jill. Thank you very much. We've got another extremely tall subject, so tall that it doesn't meet the requirements for the cameraman's framing. And unfortunately, we've lost the top of his head. But I do recognize this lady here. She looks like one of the guests on Computer Chronicles. Maybe she is. A lot of these people would have been mingling and mixing in these circles, you know. R. Glynn, thank you very much for the tip there.
At unfamiliar speeds. Fractal Designs showed a version of its painter program for PowerPC.
And Chalky Peanuts, thank you very much.
And Video Fusion did the same with its QuickTime video editing and special effects software. Other vendors with PowerPC demos included Dana, Aldus, Claris, Delta Point, Radius, Macromedia, and Frame Technology. One of the big advantages of the PowerPC's RISC processor is its vastly increased speed, 2 to 4 times faster than today's best 68040 and 486 systems. And Apple says it has simplified the task of new software development for the PowerPC.
What we've done is we've made it for a developer that their source
Now, I have seen Gable before. He's not a new addition to the situation. He is part of the old guard, Mr. Gable. We've got him. We've got loads of him. If you want more next week, put your order in now. We've plenty of Gable. You want your Gables done? Give me a ring.
For their 68,000 and their PowerPC can be identical. So for the developer, he can actually do both versions in parallel. In fact, most developers tell us they'll probably put both versions in the same cardboard box to just simplify the life for everybody.
While the promises...
And that's a beautiful scenario as well, one that I hope to really have in the future, maybe just a dense thatch that has a salt at the front and a pepper at the back, and then pure peppercorn all over the face. It's fantastic. It's beyond Jerry Adams. Someone's saying it's the Jerry Adams. I don't think even Jerry would have been able to reach that level, you know? And he also, he went different color at different times, like, you know? Whereas that's an insane setup.
While the promises of PowerPC...
Maybe that side of his face was more at ease with life and well rested, where the top of the head maybe got a little bit more stressed, more cortisol was going on there.
The most tantalizing talk at the show, most Macintosh users...
And a lovely close-up as well.
...had other concerns, usually related to upgrade paths and future software availability. But Apple claims it has no intention of leaving current users out in the cold.
There are three major things that we're doing with upgrades. One is we have logic board upgrades for a wide variety of our systems. It's about 10 different systems, and it's basically on a lot of the 040 systems. So products like the Quadra 610, Centra 650, the 2VX, the
2VX,
Quadra 700, 800,
Quadra
900,
7,
950.
the Quadricept, Quadcopter, Quad.
We've announced upgrades for all those products.
Qualcomm Snapdragon processing unit.
So it covers a lot of products. The other thing that we've done is a low-cost upgrade card, and that card goes into a lot of 040 products. And then lastly, we're working with third parties who also do upgrade cards.
According to Apple, at least 60 software developers are working on PowerPC versions of existing products that will run in so-called native mode, meaning they'll take full advantage of the PowerPC processor. In many cases, vendors plan to ship one set of diskettes, including
ClarisWorks,
an intelligent installer
desktop publishing
program that automatically installs
depressing
the correct
stuff.
software version.
Depressing software, ClarisWorks, ladies and gentlemen, ClarisWorks.
Determining whether the system is a Mac or a PowerPC. Since the first indications that Apple and IBM were working
Hello, Clarice.
together on the PowerPC, there was speculation
you want to do some desktop publishing, Clarice.
that the chip would eventually power a hybrid machine that
Chip
could
your real
work in
name,
both
Chip?
the IBM and Macintosh worlds. But that is not the case. Instead, Mac users will need software emulators to run PC or Windows programs.
PowerPC has so much horsepower that we can
Does it? Fuck. Horsepower. Get a grip.
actually run DOS and Windows applications at very good speeds. So now we can run DOS and Windows at 386 to 486 speeds, depending on the software. So that means if you like the Macintosh,
If you love solitaire, then you can run that program at the same time as a spreadsheet.
you can get our PowerPC Macintosh, but still run your DOS and Windows applications that in some cases maybe don't exist on Macintosh.
Go Chronicles!
The Macintosh rose to glory thanks to its graphics power, both in its user interface and in its ability to do graphics-intensive applications like desktop publishing. And despite the advances in graphics on the DOS and Windows platform, it's pretty clear at this Macworld Expo that the Macintosh is still the dominant graphics box. At Macworld Expo that the Macintosh is still
We've got our first quick hit of the night. I think it's graphics. It's Stu say, oh, look at this. Dara Dermody has gone and done the fucking unthinkable and given me an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 slots. 10 slots. 10 fucking slots of the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unbelievable work from the man himself. Oh my god. I've taken my eye off the fucking ball here because we've had 10 minutes of stuff that I could have been putting into that sound bank. I mean, we'll save it. We don't get too excited. Here we go. Let's have a look. Graphics box. You really got to hand it to Dara. He is something else.
Dominant graphics.
See, it's just getting it right,
platform. It's pretty clear at this Macworld Expo that the Macintosh is still the dominant.
There we go. Graphics box. So, let's just see this now. So we have to go out here. Boom. We press R1. Boom. Okay.
Graphics box. 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 Graphics box.
Lovely stuff.
At the low end,
thank Dara. Thank you very much, man, for doing that. Unbelievable work.
Introduced Dabbler.
And look at this fella here, Dabbler. The Dabbler is after you.
At the low end, Fractal Design introduced Dabbler. designed for budding artists and non-artists. Dabbler's pull-down menus resemble drawers from which you can choose brushes, inks, and textures. The program includes tutorials for beginners and sample brush strokes of master artists like Van Gogh and Seurat.
Van
The
Gogh.
intuitive nature of Dabbler's commands
And who?
for artists like Van Gogh and Seurat.
Seurat. Who the fuck is Seurat?
The intuitive nature of Dabbler's commands was authentically demonstrated by some of MACWORLD's youngest visitors. Dabbler will sell for $99.
It looks rubbish. Was that kid on strings? It looked like he was a puppet. He's on fucking strings, look. That's not even a real kid.
Dabbler will sell for $99.
Kind of weird shit was going on in San Francisco.
Fractal was also showing a PowerPC version of its flagship Painter software, the kind of application
Every fucking studio at night. Thank you very much there, Rosser. Very, very kind of you. Still on the bus, he said, nearly home, still safe. Great, thanks for letting us know, Ross. And thank you very much for the tip.
Our PC version of its flagship Painter software, the kind of application that benefits most from increased processing speed.
What we did is we took the code of Painter and
Mark
ported it
Zimmer.
over so it's running native on PowerPC. Speed is one big advantage. I noticed, if you've got a Quadra
The old
700,
Zimmer frame
the speed of
himself.
that, then you can say the PowerPC floating point is 10 times.
Still
the speed of
alive
that.
to tell the
So
tale.
things
Back
like
to
our
fight
lighting
another
tool,
day.
Plain old Painter 2.0 runs 10 times faster with that.
Old Zimchester.
Power production software features
Storyboard.
another kind of drawing package
Quick
for would-be
storyboard.
computer artists who feel uneasy about any kind of drawing. Storyboard Quick is for directors, producers, and media designers who need a quick representation of their story.
Look at that
or
groovy
visual
dude.
layout. Storyboard Quick includes pre-drawn characters.
Look at this pre-drawn character that you'd like to have in your kitchen. This fella here apparently is a pre-drawn
Quick is for
character.
directors,
A very
producers,
cool
and
dude indeed. And great fashion. Great fashion.
media designers who need a quick representation of their
Old Fonzie.
story or visual layout. Storyboard
From
Quick
Happy
includes
Days.
pre-drawn characters, locations, and props.
And the footwork as well in the hands and the pockets. This fella in your kitchen, a cool man, a cool person to know. Many people probably didn't know people this cool, so that this was an interesting proposition.
That you can move in and out of frames by pointing and clicking with a mouse. Characters can be rotated to face left or right, front or back, and resized to create just the right perspective. For more sophisticated presentations, the program can incorporate pict files, scanned images, or captured video frames. Storyboard Quick is available now for $199.
What a waste of
A
money.
new player in the multimedia field called Video Fusion demonstrated version 1.5 of its special effects and editing program. The software package called Video Fusion Special.
I opened the fleece and I just had a dense load of hair underneath. That was my body, just a load of hair like that, grey, but dense.
Effects and editing program. The software package called Video Fusion is aimed at high-end QuickTime users who need
Zimmerman, thank you very much there, Zimmerman, and a picture of a meerkat that they're rendering inside the program here.
color correct output
Looks fantastic.
to television and videotape. Video Fusion sells for $695. It offers dynamic morphing of images and an extensive library of unusual transitions such as pour, splash, and raindrops. Video Fusion actually had two versions of its flagship product, one running on a Quadra and the other on a PowerPC. According to the company, the PowerPC version runs 3 to 4 times faster than on the Quadra. Griffin Software rolled
Griffin.
out its own image distorting
Image distortion by Griffin. Name rings a bell, actually. I mean, do they have something else going on in relation to what's that sort of stuff, like networking? And because I remember hearing about Griffin when trying to get a fucking Nginx RTMP server set up on a computer before, you had to use Griffin, but it wasn't anything to do with image distortion.
programs, one product is called Dynamic Effects, described as a set of 20 plug-in modules for...
I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G-Virus. Thank you very much there, Nick, for the tip. And yeah, Griffin. Anyone know about Griffin? No, I don't think anyone is au fait with Griffin.
Or Adobe Premiere. The other is Morph 2.0.
Morph.
Transforming one image.
Now that is terrifying. I was going to say terrific, but it's actually terrifically terrifying. We can just get that going there. That would be great as well. Halloween's coming up, lads. Do you want to see what I'm going as?
Into another.
Morphing is a special effect you've probably seen a lot in films and television commercials, music videos, where an image
got loads of that
transforms into
and
another.
Dwayne Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen.
Did someone just
drop a bomb on this shit? Because that Dwayne is a blast. Dwayne Maxwell and his extremely hirsute chest. I would have maybe looked in the mirror and gone for a little bit of a trim around there. But maybe he's already done that. There seems to be a fine line where the shaving ceased. But obviously there's no top on when you do that. So you think you're going to get away with it until it gets a little bit hot inside the MACWORLD convention. You need to take a button off and then it goes American Werewolf in London. So just a word to the wise on that one. Thank you very much there. Worried about meerkats. Dwayne Maxwell from Griffin.
Television commercials, music videos.
A piece of Griffin. Thank you very much for the tip there. Griffin was used to download USB ports. So what about nowadays in the 2020s? Does it have some significance now? Or, I mean, look at that though. Look at that. That's pure Griffin. That is insane work. CJ Comac, thank you very, very much. Please be careful. And then can we go back to normal human? Go back to normal human, please. And there we are. We're safe. We're safe again. We're safe. Even though that doesn't look safe, unfortunately for her, she still doesn't look safe.
The creepy clown, the nun, the grim reaper, the werewolf, the vampire, the zombie, Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family, or the devil.
Morphing is a special effect you've probably seen a lot in films and television commercials, music videos, where an image smoothly transforms into another. And while you see this a lot, you don't realize that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes on this.
There's a lot going on.
We produced a very inexpensive product for both the Macintosh and the PC.
Maybe just a bit of tape or a bit of gaffer and just wax it. Crumpet Chronicles, thank you very much there for the tip.
Allow us to deliver this power to users at home.
Griffin is planning a PowerPC version of Morph, and the company expects the graphics speed of the new chip to make their software run 3 to 5 times faster than on today's Macs.
The
Morph
lovely
2.0
Mona Lisa, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Mona Lisa.
Is available now for $239. Dynamic Effects is a package of filters and effects for producing QuickTime movies. Volume 1 includes animated special effects.
Why would you want that effect? It looks terrible. Just show me the real video. I mean, it's impressive enough that we can do this high-res video on the computer. No need for this.
And distortion filters, which are installed as modules in Adobe Premiere.
Wow.
QuickTime movie makers can then twist.
When would you need to do this? Ever. No one would ever need that effect. You know, it doesn't fill me with any sort of confidence about the technology because it's just stuff that has no real use.
Modules in Adobe Premiere. QuickTime movie makers can
the music as well.
Twist, distort, discolor, and twirl images around.
Very, very
like
strange stuff indeed. Like a corkscrew, they're saying. That's what Stu is saying anyway. I wonder was that Stu's analysis, like a corkscrew?
Dynamic Effect sells for $119.
Own the magic was Griffin's tagline for that, but the magic, unfortunately, is not that magic at all. It's
Here's can then twist, distort, discolor, and twirl images around.
It's the anti-Madge.
For computer, dynamic effect sells for $119. For computer artists who prefer typefaces to human faces, Pixar introduced Typistry 2, a program that turns PostScript Type 1, Adobe Illustrator, and TrueType fonts into three-dimensional images. The
Hello, Tube.
$299 package lets users skew and rotate type-like objects. In addition to 3D effects, Typistry 2 controls the image's mass, elasticity, colors, and density. You can add fog, sparks, bubbles, and you can even produce
fog, sparks, bubbles. Thank you very much, Zig Adams. Very, very kind of you. From the Adams family, is it? I'm only messing, Zig. Thank you very much there for the tip. What was this? Someone was saying there, this is only a year before Toy Story, which reminds me there that I saw a video about Metal Gear because the algorithm is just pure Metal Gear now on my YouTube. And they were saying that the full runtime of Toy Story was only 10 minutes more than the full runtime of the last cutscene in MGS4. You know, so just another one for any of the people out there who are thinking of turning on me regarding my stance on that game. That's a stat you can't lie. You can't deny it.
Movies,
you know,
starring your favorite letters. Aldus Corporation introduced new versions of two old standards.
It was a harrowing night. Thank you very much, Niall, for that.
Freehand 4.0 for design and
that's a great Aldus display and an Aldus shirt as well on your man. Just written down the back. Aldus.
4.0 for design and illustration, and Persuasion 3.0 for creating and managing computer presentations. The latest version of Freehand features a new user interface with floating palettes, which can be collapsed to reduce screen clutter. New
Screen
text
clutter.
Functions include automatic copy fitting and multi-column text blocks. There are two new drawing tools called Polygon and Bezagon.
Bezos.
The president of Aldus Corporation, Paul Brainerd,
knows his way around the block. How about you? And that is none other than Dara. Look, Dara, if you've only thanks for the tip. You've just arrived. Was singing your praises about this extended sound bank. The only regret I have at the moment is we've only got one decent sound out of this episode. The real decent sounds come from the studio. Okay, the Computer Chronicles studio is the birthplace of snappiness, of production, stock hammer. It's Chaffee. It's some great lines and dialogue, whereas the MACWORLD or the MACWORLD San Francisco Expo, unfortunately, a little lacking on that front. Thank you very much, Hanleyman, for the tip.
Sees the increased sophistication of desktop graphics and page layout programs as a natural evolution from traditional desktop publishing.
And this looks like a serious machine of a man.
For professional electronic publishing.
We're finding that our customers are increasingly interested in electronic distribution.
It's none other than Paul Brainerd, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of Brainerd to go around if you want it. Even this lad down here is laughing at Brainerd. This fella right here, look. Never get tired of doing this, actually, even though I've done it 50 times now. It's just one of those things I noticed when I was going on stream, and I thought, do you know what? That's going to be a winner.
Customers are increasingly
interested
in electronic distribution of their publications. They want to take advantage of multimedia because it's a more powerful, more...
Interesting sip. Did you see that interesting sip down here?
Applications.
A little laugh, little giggle, little... He's big man, isn't he, when he's around his mates? And then he does this gulp. There's something not right about it. Look, that's a bit of a sneer. Is that a smirk? I thought it was happy enough, but it looks insincere.
Take advantage
and then
of
boom.
multimedia.
Wow. You can tell that there's fucking nothing in that cup.
Powerful, more emotional medium to be able to incorporate sound and motion and video into their presentations, into...
The US-USSR summit marks the end of the Cold War. Well done to them for sorting that shit out and putting it behind them. It's great that there's no division between the two continents anymore. In 2025, the year of our Lord, Gorbachev becomes a hero to Americans. Don't know about that. Can't remember America ever thinking he was amazing.
Publications of all types, and you'll see.
And Dara Dermody, who ended the Cold War, is thankfully with us tonight. You've missed a couple of new features snuck in right at the top. I love this. I love this. This is like waking up Christmas morning. You've been given a brand new sound bank to play with, and then something in the top right corner. Search episodes. No, that's an old one. Background music. Soundboard. I'm gonna duplicate this tab. I don't want to lose where I'm at with the episode here. Background music. What the fuck? Choose a song. Bob's Pizzeria. Oh wow. So then I can fucking jam to that music. So I don't have to go and put music into that now with another tab. Dara has facilitated us with some test music, maybe let's just say, because we want to hopefully expand that. And this isn't me sneakily trying to tell you to put this in, Dara, but if there's any way I can then select some tunes to put in, so we've got some background music for beats, I can provide you with the music. And while I'm here, I just want to say to Sam Lee, who made the CHRONS Tracker 5000, which is it's a great fucking site. It is. I just need to sign in. I don't know how to sign in. I presume you've told me in the past, but my head is like a fucking sieve. I can't remember how to do that. But with Dara's, it's just I'm in. The cookies remember me. Do you know? The cookies remember me. So what we've got here is a situation where we can have our fucking little song playing. Background music. We select our tune. Tom's Hip the Hop. Press play on that.
I gotta give up.
The 1995 that reflect this new direction. We have a whole new group within all this that's focused exclusively.
Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. At the low end. Graphics box. Graphics box. At the low end, fractal design. Graphics box. Graphics box. At the low end, fractal design. Graphics box. Graphics box. At the low end, fractal design. Graphics box. Graphics box. At the low end, fractal design. Graphics box. 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 At the low end, fractal design.
Loving it. Thank you very much there, Dara. Let's just see what we've got here with this tomato store, Bob's Pizzeria.
PC. Apple can do things like add voice.
Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. At the low end, fractal design.
That's not all. There's some new stuff in this site. These streams are fast becoming a departure from FAT32 and more an appreciation of Dara32. Soundboard now. Look at this.
I want guys like you to wear them.
Some great stuff there.
All right. I see.
The Japanese word whopping.
And then we've some stew coming soon. And then me coming soon.
Must have had me about 8 this morning. Gotta hit the can, my man.
Okay, need to optimize. I need to get to grips with the volume and the stuff on those, but unbelievable work there. Thank you very, very much, Dara. You're taking this to a whole new level where the rhythm is the bass and the bass is indeed the treble. We need to skip back to our position, wherever the hell we were with this dude here, the brain nerd.
Out in 1994 and 1995 that reflect this new direction. We have a whole new group within all this that's focused exclusively on the, like, what we call it, interactive publishing tools.
And again, it's a sign of the times where it used to be fellas, you know, from the boardroom that would be wheeled out to give the big presentation before
motion and video into their presentations.
Before it became a more, you know, youth-geared arena of tech. Now you have all the YouTubers that are doing their tech reviews and stuff like that. This is the old guard, you know. People still had respect to have the older guard on TV, but not now.
Several products coming out in 1994 and 1995 that reflect this new direction. We have a whole new group within.
Dara says to stick YouTube links into the feedback form. Good man yourself, Dara.
And all this that's focused exclusively on the, like, what we call it, interactive publishing tools.
Games and entertainment software also depend heavily on graphics and
I suppose, though, it was still technology that was not easy to get to grips with. You still had to have a little bit of know-how, you know, and it wasn't as easy as just touching a fucking iPad or a screen. This was stuff that had to be installed. You mightn't have had the right peripherals and all that. So it did exclude a lot of basic users, you know, and also you needed money as well. This was all expensive stuff. So that would only come when things began to get cheaper and easily accessible. Then that goes hand in hand with making lots of money. And then making lots of money, you need to have real cool, energetic faces and presences given weight to your products.
Games and entertainment software.
Cyberflix, the interactive movie company, a precursor to Netflix.
Also depend heavily on graphics and color. And this year's MACWORLD entries added several new CD-ROM titles. MacPlay introduced an interactive disc called Explorer 1, Peter Gabriel's Secret World.
Oh wow, that is something that we've seen featured on Computer Chronicles. A Peter Gabriel game where he turns into a frog and all that shit. I think Peter Gabriel's Secret World may well be a Windows 98 emulation stream at some stage. I just need to remember to download it and install it and stuff and make sure it works. A lot of the stuff is making sure it works before going on stream because you're emulating old computers. And it takes the fun out of it for me, the magic out of it when I see the stuff before going on the stream. I like it to be a surprise on the stream live, if you know what I mean. But unfortunately, it does have to be ordained, so to speak.
The disc is built as an interactive music adventure in which users can remix a hit single, visit backstage at the Grammy Awards, and learn how a recording studio works.
This is the production room. I'm having some trouble with a mix of digging in the dirt. Come on in and give me a hand.
The disc contains over 2 hours of
There's
video
the frog.
and audio, including full-length rock videos and 8 mouse-controlled instruments. Explorer 1 is available now for about $60. Pop Rocket previewed its new Total Distortion CD-ROM, an adventure game in which the player must pursue a new career as a music video producer while stranded in another dimension called the Plane of Distortion. The goal of the game is
I feel like I'm inside the plane of distortion just looking at it. It looks terrible. Some very, very concerning graphics. The devil, ladies and gentlemen, the devil.
The goal of the game is to sell these unearthly music videos to Earthbound producers. Players willing to submit to this trial can buy the game for $99 beginning in April.
That's a classic. That really is a classic. Thank you very much there for the tip. You owe me 3300. Thank you very much there for the tip. Soul patch. Got a nice little soul patch for you, man, for Halloween. Actually looks like a little face with a brown tongue.
For CD-ROM fans more interested in producing their own
CD-ROM fans?
For CD-ROM fans more interested in producing their own discs, Eastman Kodak unveiled some new software for creating interactive photo CDs. The photo CD portfolio combines 3 different software tools: Create It, Arrange It, and Build It.
Build it and they will come.
Create It is a $245 editing package for creating simple presentations. Users can select photos, add text and graphics, and import digital audio files. Arrange It is targeted at more advanced users who want to make interactive presentations with multiple branching options. The $395 program will collect all of the content files and output the disc as a photo CD portfolio script. Finally, Build It is a production tool for writing the actual CD. Aimed at service bureaus and corporate users, Build It sells for $5,000.
Lovely stuff, and it's a tight shrub there that he has. It's a beautiful
And
shrub.
corporate users, Build It sells for $5,000. Since the early
And that's a nice scenario as well over here. You don't get too many of those to the pound. The New Balance and the jeans as well.
days of personal computing, more powerful
Indiana jeans.
CPUs have meant more sophisticated output
Stew Balance
devices and peripherals, and this year is no exception.
It's a Wacom graphics tab.
Summa Graphics made its first entry in the color output market with a large format thermal wax transfer printer. The Summachrome imaging system is capable of producing prints up to 24 inches wide and 40 inches long.
The quality of that print.
New technology is called ribbon printing, a system that uses contiguous 2-inch ribbons and a stationary print head to print on a system that uses contiguous
The Boggs Minister. Thank you very, very much there to, I don't know the name there, it says SLID 127AD416-96C5-3EDC. That's your name that you wrote in. Fair play to you. Thank you very much for the tip. And you say, I'm home safe and sound, so I'm reason to believe that is your man, Rasco? Whatever your name was, I'm glad you're home. And thanks very much for letting us know. And the tip. Picture that with a Kodak. Thank you very much.
New technology is called ribbon printing, a system that uses contiguous 2-inch ribbons and a stationary print head to print on a moving sheet of paper. The company believes the $30,000 printer is a viable alternative.
It's going back into the machine now. Goes back in for a second lacquer.
Screen printing, offset, and photographic reproduction.
Okay.
I think what you're seeing in the large format color is
And it's Bob Kasabuki from Summa Graphics. None other than Boberto Joseph Kasabuki.
a professional tool. That distinction between the high-end professional and the low-end play around with the graphics packages is merging together, and you're seeing the power by virtue of the convenience and ease of use of the software and the power of the platforms being available to the user.
At the SuperMac booth, MacWorld visitors got an early look at a graphics card for the Power PC.
The guy there with the Stetson
SuperMac
on and a varsity letter jacket. I don't know what the team is.
Booth, MacWorld visitors got an early look at a graphics card for the Power PC.
And then look at this lad here, this fucking gold lad with the computer. He has it solved. This fucker has it solved.
SuperMax Spectrum Power 1150.
SuperMax. Maybe that can go in the bank.
A graphics card for the Power PC.
We can maybe get Supermax tasty and tempting food at, and then get Stu to say Supermax. Then we go outside the frame. Let's just see what we got there.
SuperMax Spectrum
Graphics box.
SuperMax
Graphics box.
SuperMax
Graphics box.
Supermax chicken box. Supermax lunch snack box.
SuperMax
Graphics box.
SuperMax Spectrum Power 1152, available now for Macintoshes, will be shipped with a software upgrade once the Power PC becomes available. The new card is a 24-bit color graphics and quick draw accelerator.
The first generation of Power PCs will have the same bus or
Lovely stuff. Mickey McConnell from Supermax. tasty and tempting news at Mickey McConnell's.
That you plug the card into, as all the current Macintoshes, high-end Macintoshes do. So the Spectrum Power 1152 card, this very fast card, is 7 inches long, so it will fit into the PowerPC.
Bus, thank you very much. I was sitting beside Ross on the bus. He was saying he could do better graphics than these lads. Thanks
and
for the tip.
Fit by definition into the same bus.
Across the hall at the Dana booth, there was
Dana
less
booth.
emphasis on color
Dana booth.
and more on
Dana
communication,
booth.
especially
Dana booth.
wireless
Dana
communication.
booth.
Dana's
Dana booth.
Pocket SCSI Link is a portable Ethernet adapter for
Look at
PowerBook
that
users.
sweet little pocket SCSI link that allows you to scuzz bucket your graphics into a fucking Dana port.
The Pocket SCSI Link is a portable Ethernet adapter for PowerBook users. The Pocket adapter comes with a reversible SCSI cable.
Wow. Just look at that data hole.
Connects with either a desktop Mac or a PowerBook.
Wow.
The basic Dynaport Pocket Link sells for $299.
Dana Pocket Link.
They don't call this show Newton World, at least not yet, but this is the first MACWORLD Expo. The show Newton.
You don't tend to think about the Newton community.
They don't call this show Newton World, at least not yet, but this is the first MACWORLD Expo at which there really is support for 2 computing platforms.
Lovely.
Lots of software developers introduce application titles specifically for
1994, it would have even predated the Simpsons Eat Up Martha joke. So it still wasn't even at that level of Eat Up Martha. Do you know?
For the Newton PDA.
For frequent trade show travelers, avail.
It was never going to take off. Look at the state of it. You know, pulling that out in front of anyone would have raised, eyebrows and questions. And it just looks shit as well. And it doesn't work. You know, that's the main thing. It didn't work.
Technology introduced Geo Assist, a trip planner and mobile reference library.
As if. You know, even with Google Maps and the world available at your fingertips now, still, I'm not really using it that much, you know, and that's with how good it is as a technology. I use it a lot. You know, I would use it a lot. But I wouldn't really plan my whole fucking day with it. And they're saying to you with the Newton that you're going to use this world map. You're probably not even going to leave a pixel. You're probably, all your stuff and duties is going to be pixel based. I can't even see where I am there. You know, Ireland isn't even on the fucking thing. It just has like an amalgamated Europe and no Ireland, nothing else.
Library for the Newton. Geo Assist contains a database of time zone maps, air travel data.
Never need, even on the phone, you know, we've got world times and world weather and all that. Never need it, never use it.
And Newton Mail access numbers. The program offers information on
anything they could fucking throw in there to sell it. They did it.
Cities, including seasonal temperature.
The one thing they didn't do was create a product that worked.
And map location.
It probably cost, I'm gonna say cost $600 at the time, which who knows what that is now, probably like $1,500, $2,000 for inflation.
For air travelers, a feature called Flight Track allows you to follow a flight's progress across the globe and to find the most direct route.
As fucking if you'd be able to do Flight Tracker on that thing.
Flight Track allows
it's a calculator, Pat.
You to follow a flight's
it's a calculator
across the globe.
So what's that telling you? It's not going to tell you. It tells you when a plane is going to leave and when it's going to arrive.
A piece of meat.
A piece of meat. Thank you very much, B. Devi. It's not going to track any flights.
And to find the most direct route.
And look, they even trademarked it. Really quick in there with the patent pending on this stuff, despite it not really being any tack at all.
Between 2 points. Geo Assist sells for $59. For travelers who spend more time in conference halls than in airplanes, Avalon Engineering offered the Presenter Pad, a portable teleprompter and slideshow assistant.
How is that going to work in a presentation? The teleprompter, you can't even read it. It needs to be a big screen for one. It needs to be white on black text. That's just terrible. You'd be squinting. You'd be losing where you are on it. You need to have the fucking stylus open in order to scroll. I doubt you could use fingers.
Forgetful public speakers can rehearse, time, and even read their speeches right off the screen. Presenter pad sells for $139. Helios gave a boost to the Newton's communication capacity
Helios is
with
after
its
you.
Aegis Mail communications package. Aegis is the network company's first foray into mobile computing, but Helios sees it as a natural
And that is a
progression.
real bold
Well, it's
maneuver
actually
with a teal-colored suit.
But Helios,
Mr. Teal, and you don't really see many men going for that look. But maybe you had to make a big splash impression in San Fran, in the Moscone Center at that date and time.
sees it as a natural progression.
Well, it's actually a logical extension for what we do. What we do today
Paul Lucero from
is we
Helios.
provide complete network systems for Macintoshes to connect to Unix systems, and we also provide TCP/IP systems for PCs. The next step was, well, with a mobile computing environment, how do we connect these mobile computing people with the standard Unix mail system and consequently our services? So it seemed logical to take a widely available server system like POP and to go
POP.
ahead and provide that service over a serial line so people can dial in and get their mail now.
Aegis Mail features a standard interface for any mail system using the generic POP or Post Office Protocol mail server.
Never knew what POP meant until now. Post Office Protocol. That's our email. That's how we get our email push notifications and the like.
System using the generic POP or Post Office Protocol.
And now it's POP3, I think.
Mail server. The package includes up to 6 email addresses and a message query system.
Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but
did he say Egypt Mail?
Features a standard
Available server system, dial in and get their mail now.
Aegis Mail features a standard interface
Aegis
for
Mail.
any
Take it
Macintosh
down.
users obviously love
addresses and a message query system.
And we've got another one here. It's called Macintosh Users. And we're going to just take it from this.
Macintosh.
Yeah. We'll
Includes
take
up
it
to
from that.
6 email addresses and a message query system.
That's our number 3. Just see what that's like in a test.
I gotta give him, the funky rhythm, Let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a ride.
Mac graphics box.
Supermax Spectrum
Graphics box. Macintosh users.
Supermax Spectrum
Macintosh users. Graphics box. Graphics box.
Supermax Spectrum Power
Graphics box.
Supermax
Graphics box.
Supermax
Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but apparently they also love the large selection of applications available for DOS and Windows. Graphics box. Graphics box. Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but apparently they also love the large selection. Graphics box. Graphics box. Graphics box. Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but apparently they also love the large selection of applications available for DOS and Windows. So one of the hot items at this Macworld Expo is boards like this one.
It's a hot board.
That essentially let you drop a 486 PC into your Macintosh.
The Power Slot 3 has been populated, indeed.
Orange PC is a computer on a card that fits into a standard NuBus slot.
NuBus.
The card comes with either a 386 or 486 processor, onboard RAM,
And thank you very much, B. Devi there.
and an AT bus slot.
An
Orange
AT
Micro
bus.
says that for the first time, Mac users can view full VGA graphics on any Mac monitor. Orange PC cards start at $1,100 and are shipping now. The other way to run DOS and Windows on your Mac is through software emulators, and Insignia Solutions has some
Hackintosh.
solutions using that approach. For future PowerPC users, Insignia demonstrated Soft Windows for running DOS and Windows applications
Boot camp
off the PowerPC's RISC chip. Insignia says that users can run Mac, DOS and Windows applications.
Another solitaire.
Side by side, switching from one to the other by clicking in the chosen window.
And there you have, look, all the classic card backs that you could choose to customize your game. I was a big fan of the robot feller myself, and sometimes if I was feeling the vibe, I'd go for Haunted Castle, but mostly robot. I enjoyed the robot. It was a friendly robot. It was a community robot.
The software approach to hardware shortcomings was also the theme at Connectix.
Get yourself a RAM doubler.
Mac users lined up to buy RAM Doubler, a $99 software utility that doubles your computer's available memory.
That's a sweet little curly mullet there on Curly Sue. And it bobs and weaves with her
RAM
movements
Doubler,
as well.
A $99 software utility that doubles your computer's available memory. RAM Doubler is a system extension, so no controls or new configurations are needed. RAM Doubler uses a virtual...
How the fuck does it double your RAM? It's just it's a program, no? It's not like a piece of hardware that you put into the computer.
Memory manager to make use of reserved but otherwise unused memory location.
A speed up your PC scenario. Actually, we've seen this demonstrated in one of the episodes. We've seen this demonstrated. We had many questions then as well.
4 days spent marching through the MACWORLD Expo is a test of stamina and patience for even the hardiest computer enthusiast. So to relieve trade show fatigue for attendees who have had enough of crowded aisles, pushy vendors, and noisy demos, an Australian company called Expand introduced a virtual computer trade show on a CD-ROM.
So you can go to the fucking MACWORLD, and if you're too tired, go over to these Australian lads who have provided a CD-ROM based immersive expo world adventure. And that's what happens if you double your RAM.
And Expo is an electronic Macintosh trade show on CD, complete with virtual aisles, exhibition booths, and product demos. The Expand Expo CD is...
This is another one for the short list of stuff. I'm going to put this on the notepad along with Peter Gabriel. This is to say the virtual reality tour of a Mac Expo.
It's free of charge to shoppers.
It looks fantastic. It looks like the pace will be relentless in it.
But virtual...
I wonder, could I clock it in one night? That's the question.
Exhibitors pay $2,500 per calendar quarter to exhibit.
Might be hard to find, says Niall. Yeah, but you never know, and there's always someone who provides a link from somewhere, you know? I have to check the archive.
The exhibitor's fee is actual, not virtual. That's our look at San Francisco's 1994 MACWORLD Expo for the Computer Chronicles.
And I like this fella down here just on his own in the zone. Just grinding away. Diligently.
I'm Stuart Chaffee.
Computer Chronicles is brought to you in
By
part by Intel, microprocessor technology for the software of today and tomorrow. Intel, the computer inside.
Additional
Lovely.
funding provided by
stuff.
Dana, Macintosh networking specialist.
Really got to hand it to Dana Schlug.
Personal Computer Division.
And Hewlett-Packard. Place where Steve Jobs got his start. Or did he? I don't know. I remember hearing a story where he was just a kid, the Chaffee letter. We need to get a hold of some of those as well. But when he was a youngster, he just got in touch with Jimmy Hewlett and said, have you got any parts? I want to make a PC or something. And Hewlett gave him a job doing stuff. And then from there, he just flourished.
Software program for auditing software use
audit.
and information on the definitive guide to keeping your organization's software legal.
Always make sure your software is legal. Big thanks to Phil Azzapardi, Stephen Osiak, Stephanie Chaffee, Jim Rivera, Joseph Grazin, Douglas Evans, Donna Andrews, and Susan Gusti. Exec produce, Stubert Chaffee III, Incorporated. Thank you very much. What an episode that was. A beautiful situation. We'll leave that tab open and go over to another tab here where I have a very, very late in the day cut. That's a 2002 episode. Rarely venture into these because I want to save them. It's going to be a blast to the eyes. What I'm hoping for is some good studio samples that we can fill up our sound bank with here. As I said, I'm going to leave this bad boy open for and will it save? I wonder, Dara, does it save? I'm gonna click on watched there, but will my timestamps save if I close this tab, say, and come back? I'm not gonna try it now, but do let me know. What I will do is just go into this, and I need to find it. It's got Larry Maggots in it. It's got Stuart Chaffee. It's got a very, very heavy, intensely vivid color palette. It's 2002. Okay, the world has changed by now. You know, it's interesting that, you know, post 9/11, the Computer Chronicles just went as well. It's as if they'd done irreparable damage to the spirit and souls of many, many people with that attack. So much so that a legendary series of episodes about the computer world ended as well. So I'm not saying it was a causation, but it probably had some sort of psychological effect on everyone around the town. And that's a Lisa left ear Lopez situation. So we need to advanced audio property that and then go into mono mode on our Elgato. Mono mode Elgato. Please work. Please work. Yes. The music's still going, says Niall. What music? Have I got music playing? What? Y2 Stew.
This week on the Computer Chronicles, how to fight spam.
Spam. We've already been dished out, and we don't really... This is a new one, this transition where he starts off at the bottom left and then swipes into our screen like that. It's lovely. And he's right there. And look, they've kind of got... It's vivid background, but it's gone a little bit more minimalist. And it almost looks, with the low resolution, thanks very much, B. Devi, for the tip, that it's like... That's graphics, that it's not a background at all. It looks kind of vaporwave in the background.
This week on the Computer Chronicles, how to fight spam.
Spam, 5 years before the first iPhone, says Hayes.
This week on the Computer Chronicles, how to fight spam. We'll show you some anti-spam tools that are on the Computer Chronicles, how to fight spam.
That's our sound bank 1. Straight into it. No messing. No messing.
Spam. We'll show you some anti-spam tools that are already on your computer. You're probably not using them. We'll tell you about some effective anti-spam applications that you can download. We'll look at some of the possible consequences of replying to spam, identity theft, and child abuse. We'll show
it's the
you
last
Mailshell,
season of Computer Chronicles.
Customize your inbox.
It's the last season.
Spam. And another form of spam, pop-up ads.
Spam. Keeps on saying it.
We'll tell you how to avoid spam. And another form of spam, pop-up ads. We'll tell you how to get rid of them. Plus, my pick of the week, a cool new way to get broadband access without wires. Fighting spam, coming up next on the Computer Chronicles. Access without wires.
Fighting spam.
Fighting spam, coming up next on the Computer Chronicles. Broadband access without wires.
That's number 2. So we've 2 spams. Now, it would be great to be able to name these so I know what they are. What's that there? Can you name it? No, you won't.
Fighting spam.
Sorry, Dara. I will keep my opinions to myself. I don't want you to think I'm trying to give out work here on the fly. That's not what this is about. Without this system, none of this would be possible. The other Jeff, and it used to be me watching the episodes and stopping and then playing and stopping and playing. It still is that, but now you have the added frustration of seeing me add to the sound bank.
My pick of the week, a cool new way to get broadband access without wires. Fighting spam, coming up next on the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is brought to you by the Oracle Small Business Suite, one completely integrated application that helps make it easier to run your business, including accounting, sales and service, your web presence, and more.
Fuck, my
Additional
earphone.
funding is
Come out.
provided by
Can't
PC
hear
to
anything.
PC,
Not
the
great,
online
not great for the
migration
stream,
service
Pat.
from PC First, moving files, applications, and preferences from your old computer to your new one.
Trying to fucking batter the doll. And look at that, we don't see many of these. Stu just flicking through his files. And he's gone, he's not gone for shoes, he's gone for boots. I think they're boots. And on this table here, they've built in a visual display unit on the fucking side of the table that looks like it's retractable. That turns into a table if you want. That's beautiful. That maneuver was beautiful. It was like watching ballet. It's fantastic.
Hi, and welcome to the computer.
So reassuring. Just watch this face before he says anything. And how, just watch it and then think about how comfortable you feel. Look at that. You're in safe hands.
Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee. If you're an email user, and I'm sure you are, if I were to ask you what's your biggest complaint about email, I know what you would say. Junk mail. All that spam that...
Junk mail. Another soundbite for our bank of dreams. Jackie, thank you very much for the tip there. Somebody said, look at the dismount, as though he was like an Olympic diver or he's setting up for a maneuver here. The dismount on the stool here is fantastic, because you could actually put a foot wrong. You could bump your fucking gigantic boot sole off of one of the legs of the table. The stool could become not safe, but the stool stays fixed, and so does Stu. And look at the size of that clodhopper before it even hits the ground. Like, Stu is a tall man. I don't think he needs any more height, but that's fucking chunkalicious. That is real-time chunky boot affair. And the dismount of the stool was textbook.
Chaffee, if you're an email user, and I'm sure you are, if I were to ask you what's your biggest complaint about email, I know what you would say.
And then we'll put that in there. Junk mail. There we go.
Junk mail. All that's...
We actually, he left us hanging. We need to just go a few frames.
Your biggest complaint about email? I know what you would say.
Yeah, just there. Just there.
Junk mail. All that spam that gets sent to you that clogs up your inbox and makes it harder for you to get the real mail, the stuff you really want to read. Today we're going to help you fight spam, and what you may not know is that you probably already have some spam fighting tools on your PC that you're not using. Here to start us out with some spam fighting advice is Mike Elgin, editorial director of InterX and former editor of Windows Magazine. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Stuart.
Let me just ask you the first basic question. Where do these guys all get my email address?
Well, anytime you post...
That's what I'm asking every day. Where do these guys get my fucking email address? Skypipes, thank you very much there for your tip. Very, very kind of you.
Your email address anywhere on the internet, whether it's AOL chat rooms or, you know, posting on a BBS.
And everybody wants you to put it in there somewhere.
That's right. It's going to be harvested, put on a list, and sold to numerous spammers. So you need to be very careful and be aware that anytime you register for something, chances are your email address is going to be put on a list.
All right, now what can you do? I know you said like Outlook actually has some tools that you can use that most people may not be aware of.
It does. There are two levels of defense. Let me show you those.
Okay.
Now, I've got an inbox here. It's typical Outlook. I'm going to click on the Organize button over to the right here. And that's going to bring down a series of options. The one on the bottom here is called Junk Mail. I'm going to click on that. The default is to change the color of email that Outlook thinks is junk mail.
Okay.
So we want to change that. That's not strong enough. We want to move it. I'm going to automatically move junk mail to the junk email folder. It'll create a junk email folder. And then we want to click to turn that on. Okay? And then we'll also want to move any adult content. It has its own unpublished ways of determining what this stuff is. We want to also move that to the junk email folder. Now you can delete it or take other actions.
But what are the definitions here, Mike? How are you defining junk?
Well, it's looking for certain things like explicit commercial messages. There are there's a long list of things that it's looking for in email. Now this is, I'll talk about the things that you can control more directly in a minute, but this is the things that, you know, if they published it, then the spammers would all know how to get around it, so they keep it secret. So now I've turned these things on. Right. Okay, so that's one level. Now,
it's exhilarating stuff seeing this unfold.
Later on, when I get email, and here are some email in my inbox. Some of it is junk mail. Now this looks like, you know, do I need a second mortgage? That's junk mail. I can tell right there. So I'm going to right-click on that and go down to a junk email item.
I want to identify that as a junk source.
That's right. Now I'm going to select Add to Junk Senders
Junk
list.
source.
In addition to the things that they look for within the message, they also keep a list of everybody who sent.
Where it came from.
Now, that's really not as effective as it sounds because spammers change their send address all the time.
Spy versus spy going on.
That's right. It actually helps.
Now that wasn't a sound bank moment, but it's a lovely, agreeable visual of Stu. I mean, that's where you want to be if you were hanging out with Stu. Is him doing this like he's enjoying what your bants, and he knows he likes what you're saying, right? So maybe we can get that.
Send address all the time.
Spy versus spy going on.
That's effective as it sounds because spammers change their send address all no.
Spy versus spy going on.
That's right. It actually helps.
Maybe.
Change their send
right.
Right.
Send address all the
spy
time.
versus spy going on.
That's right. It actually helps filter out some of the more, you know, legitimate advertisers.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at another thing that's more powerful. A lot of people don't use these. Under the Tools menu, you see something here called the Rules Wizard. Okay.
Rules Wizard.
Rules are basically little macros that you can easily create to do a whole number of things, and one of them is get rid of junk mail. So I'm going to create a new one by clicking on New. Okay. And the default is check messages when they arrive. That's good. I'm going to click Next. And then here's the part that really enables you to get rid of spam. Go down here and click on the checkbox that says either specific words in the subject, specific words in the body, or my favorite, which is specific words in the subject or body. I'm going to click on that.
So you can create your own rules.
That's right. If somebody sends me something that says casino, okay, now I'm going to click Add, and I'm going to tell you how you're going to prevent email from your mother that says casino from going to the junk mail pile, and any other words that you know that you think might come in there. And you can again separate subject and so on. So I'll click OK, and click Next, and I want to move it to the specified folder. I'm going to move this to my.
Fucking hell! It's a long, drawn-out shot on this dialogue box, isn't it? And it maybe, just maybe, the technology had reached a level of boredom. And that's why they stopped doing Computer Chronicles, because it was just all software-based stuff. There wasn't any gizmos or handheld gaming devices. And Boba Fett is tipped. Thank you very much, Boba Fett.
Junk email folder, okay, or any folder. You can also put it in delete. I'm going to go ahead and put it in deleted items because I'm pretty confident in this. And go Next. There are exceptions. One of them is to accept everyone in your Outlook address book. That keeps your friends and colleagues from having their email put in the junk email folder. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Now, the secret sauce of this technique is that it's iterative. As junk mail slips through both of those layers of defenses, you need to look at it and figure out
fine-tuning.
Why did it get through? Through both of those layers of defenses, you need to look at it and figure out
fine-tuning.
Why did it get through? And then go in and add some more keywords and so on. And that's how you can just use some basic level. That'll filter out right there half of the junk mail you get.
Right. We're almost out of time, I guess. I know there's some AOL things too. We don't have time to show it, in which you can go inside AOL and use some controls also.
That's correct. Parental controls, it's all there.
Yeah. Finally, just a general user tip, apart from specific things, to try to avoid the volume of spam.
Two things. One, use at least 2 email addresses. One legitimate one and one public one. And the other tip is don't reply to email that comes in.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Don't reply to email.
Specific anti-spam tools like the ones we just looked at, there are.
And the little adaptable computer screen on the edge of the desk there, proving to be an obstacle for Stu's clipboard. But the dexterity that he is provided with as an ultra presentational master, just look at the way he maneuvers that clipboard over this fixture here. It's fantastic work.
Well, in addition to specific anti-spam
Look
tools,
at that. Up and over. like an Olympic high jumper in his hands. It's like watching one of the skater lads do a kickflip or a fucking to maneuver that wooden board over that obstacle. It looks easy, but it's not. It's just great awareness, situational awareness.
Comes in.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Well, in addition to specific anti-spam tools like the ones we just looked at, there are some software companies.
Stew operator, boom, boom. Stew operator. Ghost to ghosted stew and the most, yeah. Look at that. Gnarly.
Tools like the ones we just looked at, there are some software companies that will sell you a complete intelligent email system that includes spam fighters. One of those is a product called
Spam fighters?
And this is Eitan Urbis of MailShell.
Eitan Urbis. We meet again, Eitan Urbis, my nemesis. But there was something he said there that can go into the spam bank. I think he said spam bank.
Fighters.
Spam fighters.
That will sell you a complete intelligent email system that includes.
There we go. And it's going into slot 5.
Spam fighters.
It's just going to be a lot of spam.
There's a product called MailShell, and this is Eitan Urbis of MailShell. Welcome, Eitan.
Hi, Stuart.
Give me the basic idea. What do you
Stuart.
guys do? What's your approach to fighting spam?
Sure. We do two things. One is we...
Eitan Urbis from MailShell. I actually thought his name would have been spelled ATONURBIS, but it's not. It's EYTANURBAS. It's a crazy, crazy situation. What nationality? Where does that come from? That one, Eitan Urbis.
Help you get all the email you do want while blocking all the email.
I mean, obviously he's American, but where does the name originate?
And once we separate the good from the bad.
He's Amish.
We help you manage the good so that you can be more productive, use email in more ways, more efficiently.
Okay. I'm not getting Uruguayan. Someone says Uruguayan there. Another person says Israeli. Eitan Urbis.
So we better actually do this and show me what your approach is.
Sure.
So this is your site. We go to. I would use the MailShell service and do what?
You sign up at MailShell. All you need to sign up is an email address. So I use my Hotmail address to sign up, and I'm going to log into my account. And when you sign up for MailShell, what we let you do is we let you create an identity. So in this case, I would be that's
identity
my name.
theft.
I can be Stewart.com, or in this case, a subdomain of mailshell.com.
Or somebody at tvdemo.mailshell.com.
Exactly. And you can create any address you want for wherever you go. So rather than give out your private address, which is how you get spam, do what Mike says. Have alternate addresses.
So not only two, but a specific address for every perhaps purpose or
right. And you can either do one shopping as one address for all of your shopping needs, or individually.
All right,
for
you have some examples. Yeah, show us.
Lovely stuff. He can sense that Urbis is losing the crowd. So Stu, with his patent pending, there's no pending on it, cut-off point. And we need to really nail down and find out what episode it was where Stu delivered the apology. Where he does a piece of camera, heartfelt, one-on-one, tight shot, just Stu looking at the camera, saying, "Now I had a letter the other day saying that I was very rude. I cut guests off, and I don't give them time to speak. Well, the truth of the matter is, it's a tightly run ship, and we don't have a lot of time," and all this. And it felt sad. It was funny to see it happen, but it was also sad to have to see Stu in a moment like that, you know? Because I don't think he ever had to explain himself. We all got the message. We knew what he was about. But it just goes to show you how much class the man had, that he was willing to fucking put himself on the line and say that in front of everyone, you know? If anybody can tell me what the name or number of the episode is there in the chat, please do let me know at some stage. I can just revisit it very quickly, you know?
One shopping is one address for all of your shopping needs, or individually.
All right,
for
you have some
example,
examples. Yeah, show us.
All right, you have some examples there.
Sure. Shopping is one address for all of your shopping needs, or individually.
All right,
for
you have some
example,
examples. Yeah, show us.
Sure. I created one for my auctions on eBay. So on ebay.com, I don't want to give up my private address so I get spam. I have ebay.mail at this name here. I can set spam filtering, either none, lenient, moderate, aggressive, or even very strict, only allow certain senders. I can also use that to compose mail wherever I want. So I can say that whenever I send email, I want to use from that eBay address or from any other address.
So let's just say you've set up all these different addresses there, like Expedia, eBay, FRAN.
Maybe that's in the sound bank.
These different addresses there, like
address.
So let's just say you've set up all these different addresses there.
And there we go with that one. That's going into number 6. But I mean, I'm filling up these slots, but I don't think we've had any real gold.
Like Expedia, eBay, Friends, Investor, Shopping.
Right, and this lets me manage the mail that I get, and what I can do too is manage how I deliver it. So that means that when mail comes into me, I can say either keep it on mail shell, I'll check my mail here.
I love cream cakes.
Or forward it to my other private address, so I can...
Let's just see what we've got so far. Let's see what we've got so far.
Spam, fighting spam, junk mail. Spam, junk mail, junk mail, junk mail.
Right. Send address all the
spy
time.
versus spy going
That's
on.
right.
Spam fighter, like spam fighter, like spam fighter, like spam fighters, like spam fighters, fighting spam, spam, junk mail, like spam fighters, junk mail, spam, like Expedia, eBay, Friends, Investor, Shopping.
Right, and this lets me manage the mail that I get, and what I can do too is manage how I deliver it. So that means that when mail comes into me, I can say either keep it on mail shell, I'll check my mail here, or forward it to my other private address, so I can still use that private address. Forward it to my Hotmail account, forward it to my cell phone, my PDA. We let you get it where you want.
Okay, but this is like an extreme case of people who have a couple of different email addresses. You say have as many as you want, and this way you know who. It's like when you have a magazine subscription, I guess, and you put a specific name so you want to know who got that.
Exactly. And this way, if I create an address at eBay and I start sending mail from someone else, I know that
where they got it,
who's the leak.
Okay.
The last thing that I can do, which is important, is I can, since I want to keep my existing address, I like that address, and people have it, I can use Mail Shell to clean the junk mail from my existing address.
Mail Shell is after you. Intelligent email.
So I can tell Mail Shell, go fetch mail from, let's say, my Yahoo Mail account, bring it to Mail Shell, clean it up, clean out the junk.
Was it a clean?
Let's say my Yahoo Mail account, bring it to Mail Shell, clean it up, clean out the junk, and then forward it again to another private address, cell phone, wherever you want.
Right,
so you don't have to switch from what you're currently using.
Okay, so you use your existing email address. It's kind of, you suck it into Mail Shell, you clean it up, you run it through a filters, and then send it to where you want to send it.
Exactly.
All right, now you have a sort of
suck it into Mail Shell.
To actually have a temporary, like time expiring address too, right?
Exactly. For any of these addresses, let's say I sign up at Expedia because I want to do some traveling. Now I know I'm going to do that traveling sometime in the next 60 days. I'm booking a flight. I can just set that address to automatically delete after 30, 60, 90, whatever days I want.
And again, during that...
Thank you very much there, Kieran. Any chance of Slug Aaron coming back? I can't. I'd have to ask himself about that, and he's not here. But thank you very much, Kieran, for the tip there. Kieran, ECDL, you say. I hope you did do your ECDL. It's a requirement to be able to understand Mail Shell, intelligent email, and many other stuffs that you see on this show.
Period of time, stuff you're going to get from Expedia comes to your Expedia email box.
Exactly. And that way, what I can also do is, because it's coming from one source, Expedia, I may want to set the spam filtering for that to aggressive, because I shouldn't be getting things from other sources. So I can do this, set filters as I need, set controls as I need.
A couple of questions. Isn't there the risk, though?
Yeah, he was perplexed for a moment. I thought it was a pensive stew. Maybe just something had crossed his mind, like, you know, he has to... Did he leave the oven on or something like that?
Expedia comes to your Expedia email.
But watch this. There's a dramatic tone shift here.
Email box.
Exactly. And that way, what I can also do...
I don't think he's looking at the screen. I think he's looking at his watch or his notes here.
Because it's coming from one source, Expedia, I may want to set the spam filtering for that to aggressive, because I shouldn't be getting things from other sources.
Right.
Do this, set filters as I need, set controls as I need.
A couple of questions. Isn't there the risk, though? I mean, sometimes you do...
Set filters...
Lovely cut off.
As I need, set controls as I need.
A couple of questions.
Right.
Isn't there the risk, though? I mean, sometimes you do get an email you want to read from somebody you may not know or remember that you knew. I mean, how do you deal with that problem?
The way you deal with that is we have global filters. The way I showed you for each setting, you can set it to my global filter, meaning anything I don't know, I can set it to a lenient setting. Also, anything I don't know, you can say if it's something that I've never approved before, deliver it to a safe place, a junk folder, wherever I want it to go.
Another feature I like, you can actually do tracking of your email, right?
Exactly. When I go to compose mail on MailShell, it lets me do a few things. Not only can I compose from any of those addresses that I created, but I can also do two things. I can track delivery, click this box, and what that does is MailShell will tell me when that email has been received and opened.
Okay.
It's not just a return receipt, but it's when it was actually opened.
And you have it encrypted.
Received and opened.
Okay.
It's not just a return.
Lovely. Okay, that's going in the spam bank.
Tell me when that email has been received and opened.
That's going right in there. Okay.
Okay.
It's not just a return receipt, but it's when it was actually opened.
And you have an encrypted option too.
And I can send it encrypted too in case I want to complete a transaction using email, which is otherwise not secure.
Triangulation 114. Thank you very much.
It costs just under $3 a month to use.
You've got this video of Stu acknowledging he could be annoying. Triangulation 114. Stuart Chaffee on YouTube at time 9:20. Triangulation.
MailShell, and if people want to give it a try, we have a.
I wonder, can we just do it within Dara Darmody's mainframe? We've got Penn Gillette coming up. I think we've seen this one. Or maybe I've seen the thumbnail in. See, they have different names as well there, whoever tipped that. And 114, I believe it was a 1996 or 97 episode as well. Triangulation. It's not coming up on here. It could be a different name, my friend. But please do keep in touch if we have any developments. You're saying to search on YouTube. Stuart Chaffee on YouTube. Triangulation 114. No, that's a different video, I think. That's him being interviewed. I'm on about in Computer Chronicles, within the studio, the confines of his own show, he issued that apology. I know he might have gone on an interview later on and said that, but what we want is the heart-to-heart, the spike in the camera, looking down the barrel of the lens, one-on-one with the viewer. Getting honest with you. Tupo, thank you very much for the tip there. Very, very kind of you.
Okay, mailshell.com.
Thanks a lot, Stuart.
Thank you. Okay. Well, spam can be a nuisance on the way in. Okay, MailShell.
At mailshell.com.
$3 a month to use MailShell, and if people want to give it a try, we have a 30-day free trial.
That's going in the bank. Okay. Okay.
Okay, mailshell.com.
Thanks a lot, Stuart.
Thank you. Okay. Well, spam can be a nuisance on the way in, cluttering up your email box, but it can get even worse if you actually reply to a spam email. Here's a look at one solution to that part of the problem.
Or email box.
On the way in, cluttering up your email.
I'm putting all these in there, but I don't really feel like it's going to be a cracker, you know.
Your email box, but it can get even worse if you actually reply to a spam email. Here's a look at one solution to that part of the problem. When you respond to a spam email that links you to some online store, you may not realize it, but little
thank you very much, Paul Mescal.
Tools called spyware could be
I need to
following
piss.
you.
I think that on an average Saturday afternoon, if you went shopping with your family, you wouldn't really allow someone to follow you around to every store you went into to write down every single thing that you looked at. Well, what happens on the internet essentially is that you can be tracked, your movements from website to website, and they're logging everything that you're looking at.
For one innocent online shopper, answering a spam email turned into a nightmare.
My identity was stolen by a stranger. This person was able to open an account in my name, a credit card account, without my knowing, and was able to charge large purchases on this account.
When she called her credit card company after seeing
Spam
charges on her
mail.
bill that she didn't recognize, she was surprised at what they said.
The credit card companies suggested that since I spend a lot of time online, my information could have been found online. The person that stole my identity would have been able to find all the confidential information, such as my mother's maiden name. So
there's going to be nothing here in this little section. There'll be no sound bites that'll be good.
Security number, that sort of information, they could find that online.
Indeed, the internet is still a potentially dangerous place where a nuisance, like spam, can turn into a disaster like stolen identity.
Well, a hacker could take your personal confidential information and use it to perform identity theft, charge things with your credit card, steal your passwords on your machine, and then log into accounts and assume your identity and do things under your name. So you need to protect that confidential information on your system.
Symantec.
A lot of vendors are shipping their machine.
Polymorph, a white hat hacker. This is a good hacker. But his presence is concerning. Polymorph. Polymorph is after you.
Out of the box with gaping vulnerabilities that most hackers know about.
Fresh out of the box. B. Devi, thank you very much.
As well as being connected all the time via DSL and cable modems, you're opening yourself to a lot more attacks. If you had the facility to detect the probes, you might see from 20 a day to 1 a week.
One solution to this problem is internet security software, which can protect your private information.
Norton Internet Security protects consumer privacy in a number of ways. The first is allowing the user to protect personal confidential information on their system. So the user can designate which information they want to protect, such as from being...
You can get a free security checkup at Symantec.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
.com.
And it's Penn Jillette from Penn & Teller.
There are several anti-spam tools available that you can download to help you eliminate spam from any POP3 email account.
Just going to build up the spam. Just going to make it a big spam bank.
There are several anti-spam. There are several
anti-spam. Maybe into 0.
Anti-spam tools
available
that you can download to help you eliminate
spam
from any POP3 email account. And here to show us a few of them is Andrew Brandt, Senior Associate Editor with
Andrew Spam.
PCWorld.com. Welcome, Andrew.
Welcome, Spam.
Stuart. First of all, I better explain what I just said for people who don't know. What's a POP3 email account?
A POP3 email account is
Post Office Protocol 3.
It's the standard internet form of email. It's essentially the email account that almost every ISP uses, with the exception of America Online and CompuServe.
Right. Okay, fair enough. So
fair enough.
Next question would be, before we get to your specific kind of spam stopper stuff, what's the difference between what we're going to look at and things like Mike showed us in Outlook, the built-in sort of filter tool?
Well, Outlook has a lot of the same filtering technology that these spam busting software programs also have. The one main difference is that with Outlook and all the other things that can do the filtering, they don't have the filters built in.
So you have to write the rules, kind of.
Every single time you get a new piece of spam, you have to add a filter to lock that one out.
Okay. All right, so let's take a look at some of the ones that you're going to show us. First of all, Spam Killer.
Sure. Spam Killer is...
Take a look at some of the ones you're going to show us. First of all...
You're not a killer. No, I'm not. You're not a spam killer. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
Spam Killer.
Sure. Spam Killer is a commercial piece of software. It lets you, you can actually get it for free and try it out for 30 days if you want. What it does is, like all the other programs, it does go to your email account, download the mail, and then run filters against it to see which stuff is spam.
Makes a fantastic shoot sound when you kill that spam.
And which stuff isn't. When it finds something that is spam, filters against programs, it does go to your email account, download the mail, and then run filters against it to see which stuff is spam.
That'll be straight turned off, that would. Because it's annoying.
Spam and which stuff isn't. When it finds something that is spam, it dumps it into a killed file. And when it finds something that you want to keep, it'll actually launch your application, your email program, and put it into your inbox.
And if you want to, you can look at the killed file and say, wait a minute, I really did want to look at that.
That's right. And what we did was we just checked my mailbox, and there was some spam in there. And look, there's all this spam from this guy, Andrew Brandt, but all these other people.
Which you set up.
Exactly.
Right.
And what we're seeing here is a lot of the software is telling you why it has bumped a lot of the spam into here. And so you can see it's looking at the text of the message, it's looking at the subject lines, the senders, and you know, pretty much every aspect of the mail.
You don't want inkjet cartridge commercials, huh?
Well, no, unfortunately not.
Seamus. Thank you very much, Seamus. You don't like these email files, no?
Every aspect of the mail.
You don't want inkjet cartridge commercials, huh?
Well, no, unfortunately not.
Oh, spam, is it? Thank you very much there, spam.
And that was a particularly bad one.
Cartridge commercials, huh?
Well, no, unfortunately not. And that was a particularly bad one because I got it 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay, answer.
And that was a particularly bad one because I got it 4 times.
Okay, answer. Let's say.
Cozy enough.
Let's go look at another one then, which is Spam Buster. What would be the
Spam Buster.
difference in spam? Okay, answer. Let's take a look at another one then, which is Spam.
Does that do it, E?
Just Spam Buster. What would be the difference in Spam Buster?
Well, really,
just Spam Buster. What would just Spam Buster? What just Spam Buster? What would just Spam Buster? What would be the difference in Spam Buster?
Well, really, Spam Buster is essentially the same kind of program as Spam Killer. What its main difference is that it's a little bit of a
Spam Killer.
What well, really, Spam Buster is essentially the same kind of program as Spam.
It's just the same program. We're gonna get a demonstration of the exact same shit. Spam Killer, Spam Buster. Let's see what we've got so far here in our arsenal gear.
Spam, fighting spam, junk mail.
Right. Send address all the time.
Spy versus spy going
That's
on.
right.
Spam fighters. Like okay.
It's not just a
Okay. 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 Mailshell.com.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. Okay. Mail. Okay. Like your email box, but it can get even worse. Anti-spam tools available. That you can download. Spam from spam. Just spam.
Spam Kill.
Just spam. Spam killed spam from junk mail. Spam kill. Just spam.
Spam Kill.
Fighting spam. Coming up next on
Spam Killer. What its main difference is that it's a little bit of a cutesy thing, and
more flashy stuff.
It's a little bit more flashy, and if you are really frustrated with your spam, you can launch the little spam busting guy.
Great!
And just give it a whack to take the stress out.
Who's he based on? Look, got a tin of spam, and it's got one of those mighty whackers that you'd see at the fairground or on. CHRONS.
It's a little bit more.
There'd always be a fella with this thing called the Mighty Whacker.
And
I think it was rigged because nobody could ever hit the fucking bell.
Really frustrated with your spam, you can launch the little spam busting guy and just give it a whack to take the stress out.
Give it a whack.
Mail.
All right, now we got
Stu, not impressed. You could hear from the tonality of his right.
And just give it a whack to take the stress out of checking your mail.
Okay.
All right, now we got another one, which is Mail Washer. How would that be different?
Mail Washer is a free program. It's supported by advertising, but the good news is that the ads are stored on the hard drive of your machine, so you never have a privacy concern with it going out to the internet to download the ads.
Sort of good news that the ads are on your hard drive.
It's relatively new.
See this here, Qualcomm. They do the fucking processors for phone. Pat the processor. Qualcomm. Snapdragon. Aren't Man United sponsored by Snapdragon now? Are they the same company, Qualcomm? Or is Snapdragon a different beast to Qualcomm? I would like to know. John says yep.
news. I mean, you can pay them,
and we didn't get any update on that episode with Stu apologizing.
And they'll give you a version that
is it free with ads, pay no ads?
Exactly.
Okay. And how is it different from the two we looked at, Spam Buster and Spam Killer?
Well, Mail Washers is different in one important way, which is that it has the ability.
It creates semiconductor software and services related to wireless technology.
To use what are called.
Did Ross ever get home? He did. He let us know as well. Lovely Ross.
Regular expressions, and this is for people who are really high-end spam filterers. And
Qualcomm is a company. Snapdragon is their product.
Get a lot of spam, like myself, like this, because you can.
I thought they were Chinese.
Customize your filters to a very fine degree and weed out.
So you go in there and tweak their filters. So a little combination of what you can do with Outlook and what you can do with these spam killers.
Exactly. I mean, they all allow you to customize them. Mail Washer allows you to customize them the most.
Yeah. Give me some of the numbers. We think.
I suppose it makes sense they are American because they got taken over by Americans, and then it was Chevrolet sponsoring them, and now Snapdragon. Then it was TeamViewer at one stage, which is a Microsoft product, is it not? TeamViewer.
This is a nuisance, but the fact is, I mean, it's not only a time waster, it's a money waster, isn't it?
That's right. Actually, spam, a lot of people get, on the average, between 3 and 6 spam messages a day.
Thank you very much, Captain Sack.
Some analysts assume that by 2005, they're projecting that people will get somewhere around 40 spam messages per day.
Wow.
Now, what this is going to mean is, I mean, if you do the math, you end up with almost 1,600 messages per year. And a huge cost to both business, ISPs, and individual users. ISPs assume that $2 to $3 of your monthly fee goes to dealing with the bandwidth and other needs of spam.
Now, what about, again, this over-filtering problem? With all of these tools you showed us, Spam Killer, Spam Buster, Mail Washer, can you go in there and say, no, don't block that kind of stuff? That was something I wanted to read?
Yes, absolutely.
Wanted to read.
Absolutely, and that's also a concern on the part of a lot of people, is that if they do run these programs, is it going to delete mail from my friends who have maybe part of the same email address as one of these spammers?
Or the AOLs and the Hotmails that are filtering for you and you're not getting stuff you want to see.
Exactly. Well, unlike those ones that filter them and that will delete them over time, you can configure these programs so that they save your messages on the hard drive and they don't go away.
Okay.
Stu wants to get out of here. He's going to say spam mail. He's going to say Spam Killer. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Andrew.
Just thank you, Andrew. The other guy didn't get his name. The other guy before just got the name of his product. So Andrew did well to ingratiate himself within the confines of the studio, so much so that Stu refers to him on a first name basis. That's a result.
Thank you.
Well, so far we focused on email spam. There is another form of online spam, those darn pop-up ads that get in your face and prevent you from doing what you want to do while you're online. There are ways to battle those too. Here to show us how to do that is Stephanie Olson of CNETnews.com. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Let me ask you, first of all, people may not be aware of it, but there's stuff we call spyware sitting on your computer, and you don't even know it's there, sort of sucking in these pop-ups, right?
Right.
How does that work? Where does that come from?
Sick
stuff. What happens a lot of times is people go out and they want to download file share programs like Music City or Morpheus, Bear Share. There's all sorts of file sharing programs. And
Bear Share.
They come bundled because they don't have much revenue source. They
no
come,
free lunch, right?
No free lunch. So they come bundled with programs that are ad supported. So one such program is called...
Thank you very much, sir. Ross, for the tip.
And it fills out your passwords for you, and it's sort of a universal password out filler. And it comes with an advertising program called
And Triangulation 114. Thank you. You're saying, did you not search for that video on YouTube? What I'm saying to you is Triangulation. Thanks for the tip. The video you're referring to is not the video I need. It might have the same information, but it doesn't have the delivery and style. Do you get me? What we're looking for is a Computer Chronicles bona fide episode of Computer Chronicles from around 97, 98, maybe, where Stu goes mano a mano with us. Thanks very much for your help, though. It's good, but it's not the right answer.
Companion.
Yeah.
And that follows you around the web and will deliver pop-ups to you whenever
So it's not just random. I mean, it's kind of
spammed him.
Vicious in a way. It knows what you're looking for.
Very targeted.
Okay, you have an example up here, I think, somewhere with, is it the FTD site?
I went to the 1-800-Flowers.com
800
site.
Flowers, right.
And just looking for a bouquet for Valentine's Day, and got a FTD.com.
Yeah.
And
so somebody knew that you were looking for flowers, was following you around the web, said, wait a minute, she's shopping at 800 Flowers, I'm going to show her my ad instead.
Exactly. So they go
I
through Gator.
don't think she understands how to operate with Stu interrupting her, because she'll stop then and not continue.
And got a FTD.com.
Yeah.
And
so somebody knew that you were looking for flowers, was following you around the web, said, wait a minute, she's shopping at 800 Flowers, I'm going to show her my ad instead.
Exactly. So they go through Gator to buy this space.
Right, right.
And then what 1-800-Flowers has to do is they have to feature their own products and sort of fight back with all these pop-ups.
It's a war. All right, now
It's a war. The war on spam, the war on pop-ups.
How do we stop some of the stuff?
And this, a slight nose touch, he blocks one nostril, and I think that modifies his voice. I don't know if you're hearing this, but he goes nasally, which is brilliant.
To feature their own products and sort of fight back with all these pop-ups.
It's a war. All right, now how do we stop some of the stuff?
Some of this stuff. How do we stop some of this stuff? It's a great situation.
Their own products. And
it's a secret signal for someone, maybe in the gallery, the viewing gallery, the director. Or that's we need to get out of here. We need to wrap this up.
Sort of fight back with all these.
Yeah.
It's a war. All right, now how do we stop some of the stuff? Let's look at some of the ways to get rid of that.
Very subtle, but very, very good.
There's something called Ad Aware, and show that to us.
It's available on download on CNET. And this will scan for, lots of people call this type of program Offer Companion spyware because you get it without knowing.
Right.
You know, you don't.
It sneaks into your machine.
Sneaks into your machine.
Sneaks right in there.
So this Ad Aware will detect what's on your machine and
scan now, backups, configuration, Ad Aware 5.0. Got all the toys here.
So you can scan your machine.
No scanning option selected. Fail. Demonstration tech fail.
So now you can configure.
And there Stu has to jump in because of the tech fail.
That to sort of work the way you want to get rid of certain ads and so on.
And so if you go into options and remove spyware automatically.
So I can feel Stu's anxiety with the guest because it's not a real full both barrels presentation. There's a bit of a languid, slow meandering vibe to it, and you can feel Stu's impatience, but he's going to remain steadfast, he's going to remain dignified, but we could be in for another beautiful interruption anytime in the next few seconds.
Options and remove.
There's blood in the water, as Kieran says. It's like in Jaws when they're throwing chum into the sea. There's a lot of chum out there at the moment, and Stu's a shark, and he's about to fucking snap.
Move spyware automatically.
So if somebody, if he tries to sneak in again on your machine and gets rid of it automatically, etc.
Then you can get rid of it.
All right, so there's one called Ad Aware. There's another one called Pop-Up Stopper. What's that?
Yes, Pop-Up Stopper is a great solution for getting rid of a lot of pop-ups that are appearing on all major sites now. If you go to New York Times, if you go to Yahoo, I'm sure most people that surf the web are familiar with
come on,
those X10 ads about the tiny little surveillance camera. It's another program, X10 ads about the tiny little surveillance.
We don't really get many of those. Right. I think he's communicating by doing that to her. He's demonstrating what slow sounds like, so that, in the back of her mind, she'll realize that and maybe pick up the pace.
With those X10 ads about the tiny little surveillance cameras.
He's mirroring the languid nature of the presentation in an attempt maybe to speed it up.
It's another program off downloads.com.
Okay.
There's a free version, and then there's a pro version that lots of schools and companies are using. And it's a really clean just toolbar that sits on your browser.
All right, we're talking about pop-ups. There's even sneakier stuff called pop.
And that was an edit, but look at the amount of tabs open there, or windows. That would have been eating up a lot of power back in that day, when 2002. Maybe it would handle it.
That sits on your browser.
All right, we're talking about pop-ups. There's even sneakier stuff called pop-unders. Explain what they are.
Pop-unders.
Pop-unders are sneaky because they come up, you request a page, and they pop under that page.
So you don't even see it right away.
You don't see them come up, but you may close that browser window, and then all of a sudden you see another one. You don't know where it came from. And they're becoming more and more popular because...
Popular. No pun intended.
These browser windows are opening, it's slowing your machine down. You don't know why. It's because the damn pop-unders are waiting to spring upon you.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's slowing down your machine. It can slow down your...
Why did she laugh at that? Is she laughing at Stu kind of being the layman, putting this stuff into layman's terms, but she's finding that amusing?
Exactly.
To spring upon you.
Exactly.
Right.
Spring upon you like a snake.
You don't know why. It's because the damn pop-unders are waiting to spring upon you.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's slowing down your machine. It can slow down your surfing time. Gotcha. So these programs actually deal with pop-unders as well. So anything that pops up.
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. That's the sound bank right there.
Actually deal with pop-unders as well. So anything that pops up.
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Yeah. Programs actually deal with pop-unders as well. So anything that pops up.
And what I like about pop-up, pop-unders, is it's another cut-off. He's cutting her off as well whilst doing that. It's not rude, it's just the way the show needs to be. Do we have that? Was it a successful lodgement into the sound bank?
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Spam killer.
Pop-ups, pop-unders.
Spam killer. What is spam killer?
Pop-ups, pop-unders. Just spam buster. What would be the difference?
Spam buster.
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
All right, that's our look at fighting spam online. Don't go away. I'll be back in just a moment with
Pick
my
of the week.
Pick of the week.
Good stuff.
The coolest new way to get online at broadband speed.
Coolest new way. Douche. Sa. Poddy Bob, thank you very, very much there. Pop-ups and pop under your toolbox, you say.
Now for my pick of the week.
It's so intense. This is what we're looking for, by the way, when it comes to Stu apologizing for his technique. We are looking for a shot like this, where he just hits you with the 1-4.
Now for my pick of the week. If you buy a new high-end laptop these days, odds are it comes equipped with a Wi-Fi antenna and the software needed to connect to the new high-speed wireless networks that are everywhere now using a standard called 802.11b. This is very cool stuff.
Very catchy name, very cool stuff.
Everywhere now using a standard called 802.11b. This is very cool stuff. While you're sitting at a Starbucks, at an airport, in a hotel lobby, you can just open up your laptop and be surfing the web on a wireless broadband connection.
Go for it.
But you can also do this even with your existing laptop. All you need is a relatively inexpensive 802.11b wireless PC card like this one from Action Tech. Installation is virtually automatic and you are ready to surf the web wirelessly at high speed at
Glyn, thank you very much, Glyn.
Thousands of public locations. For example, if you're at a Starbucks, the Wi-Fi card automatically detects the presence of an 802.11b network, and logging on is a cinch after what many of us have gone through installing DSL or cable modems. A wireless 802.11b connection just happens. No hassle.
Thank you very much,
There are
Sarah
several
Kuhlman.
public Wi-Fi network providers, MobileStar and Boingo are two of them, and you don't have to public Wi-Fi network providers, MobileStar and
Boingo
are two of them, and you don't have to sign up for any long-term contract. Use it for an hour or so, pay just for the time you use. The other nice thing about having a wireless PC card is that you can set up your own 802.11b network in your house and distribute your existing DSL or cable modem connection to your laptop. All you need is something like this wireless-ready network gateway and another PC card. You just stick it in the PC slot here, and you've got wireless broadband connectivity from your patio to your bedroom. The PC card and the wireless ready network gateway cost about $100 each, and the products I showed you are from a company called Action Tech. That's it for this week's Computer Chronicles. Thanks so much for joining us. If you have any questions about anything you saw on this week's show, please check out our website at computerchronicles.org. Hope we'll see you here again next time.
Thank you, Shu. Thank you very much.
Computer Chronicles
lovely,
is brought to you
stuff
by
there
the
from the
Oracle
man
Small
himself.
Business Suite, one completely integrated application that helps make it easier to run your business, including accounting, sales and service, your web presence, and more. Additional funding is provided by PC to
Thank
PC,
you very much,
the online
B.
migration
Devi.
service from PC First, moving files, applications, and preferences from your old computer to your new one.
It's going to be a bit loud. G-Man, thank you very much.
Junk mail, all that spam that gets sent to you that clogs fighting spam. Spam. We'll show you some anti-spam tools that are already
send address all the
spy versus spam fighters. One of those spam fighters. One of those is spam fighters. One of those is a spam fighters. Spam fighters. Spam fighters. Spam fighters. Like Expedia E. Like spam fighters. Okay.
It's not just a return receipt, but it's a
your email box, but it can get even worse if you actually reply to a spam email. Here's a look at one solution to that part of the problem. Boingo or two, Boingo or two, Boingo or Boingo, Boingo or pop-ups, pop-unders, not at all. Thank you, Stephanie.
Don't like the tune.
All right, that's our look at fighting spam
I don't
online.
like the tune.
Don't
I
go
want.
away. I'll be back in just a
I
moment
want
with my
kind of something that's a little bit slower BPM wise. Thank you very much though for the tip there, Widge. Let me have a little look here and see what we've got. Just something to ease out into, like, you know, lo-fi deep house vibes mix. What's this? I think that'll do. Yeah.
Week, the coolest new way to get online at broadband speed. Junk mail.
Send address all the
spy
time.
versus spy going.
That's right.
Junk mail. Like Expedia E. Like.
Spam killer, what it
just spam buster.
Spam killer, what it
just spam buster.
Spam killer, what it
just spam buster. What would be the difference in spam buster?
Well, really, spam killer, what its main difference is that
spam killer.
Sure. Spam killer, what
spam killer.
Spam killer, what
spam killer.
Spam killer, what spam killer, what
spam killer.
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 Spam killer, what
like just spam buster. What
spam killer?
Just spam buster.
Spam killer.
Just spam buster. What
spam killer?
Just spam buster. What Boingo or two? Just spam buster. What
spam killer?
Just spam buster.
Spam killer. What spam killer? What spam killer? Spam killer. Spam killer.
Okay.
It's not just spam killer.
Okay.
It's not spam killer. What?
Okay.
It's
Okay. Mailshow.com.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Your email box, but it can get even worse if you actually reply to a spam email. Here's a look at one. Your email box. Put 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 your email box. Your email box. Anti-spam tools available that you can download to help you eliminate spam from any spam. We'll show you some anti-spam tools that are
spam killer. What it
fighting spam. Junk mail.
Spam killer.
Junk mail.
Spam killer. What?
Junk mail.
Spam killer.
Junk mail. Junk mail. Junk mail. Junk mail. Spam fighters. Spam killer. Spam fighters. Like spam fighters. One of
Spam killer, what it...
Okay, mailshell.com.
Thanks a lot, Stuart.
Okay.
It's not just a return receipt.
Okay.
It's not just...
Okay.
It's not just...
Okay.
It's not...
Okay.
It's not just a...
Spam killer, what it... its main difference is that it's a little bit of a cutesy thing. And...
Junk mail.
Spam killer, what it...
Okay, mailshell.com.
Thanks a lot, Stuart.
Thank you. Okay. Well, spam can be a nuisance on the way in, cluttering up your junk mail, your email box, junk mail, your email box, junk mail, your email box, but a junk mail, your email box, but a junk mail. All that spam that gets sent to you that clogs up your inbox and makes it harder for you to get the real mail, the stuff you really want to read. Supermax spec, Supermax, 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 spec, Supermax. Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but apparently they also love Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but Supermax. Macintosh users obviously love their Macs, but graphics box. Supermax graphics box. Supermax graphics box. 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 Graphics box.
Okay. Now I'm going to click add, and I'm going to tell you how you.
And you can either do one shopping as one address for all of your shopping needs, or individually.
All right, you have some examples. Yeah, show us.
Sure. I created one for my auctions on eBay.
Aldi Socks, thank you very much for the tip.
eBay.com.
Good night and God bless.
I don't want to give up my private address, so I can.
Thank you very much for joining us on this spam javelin of a stream.
eBay.mail at this name here. I can set spam filtering, either none, lenient, moderate, aggressive, or even very strict, only allow certain senders. I can also use that to compose mail wherever I want. So I can say that whenever I send email, I want to use from that eBay address or from any other address.
So let's just say you've set up all these different
and be aware that anytime you register for something, chances are your email address is going to be put on a list. Okay. Now I'm going to click add.
Fighting spam coming up next on the Computer Chronicles. Spam. Fighting spam. 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 Spam fighters to spam buster. What would be
spam?
To spam. Fighting spam. Junk mail. Junk mail. Okay.
It's not just a return.
Okay. 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 Your email box. Okay. 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 Junk mail. All anti-spam tools available that you can download to help you eliminate spam from any Pop 3 email account. And here to show us a few of them is Andrew Brandt, Senior Associate Editor with PCWorld.com. Welcome, Andrew.
Thanks, Stuart.
First of all, I would explain what I just said for people who don't know.
For your glorious tip. Marriott, thank you very much.
Email account is the standard internet form of email. It's essentially the email account that almost every ISP uses, with the exception of America Online.
Right.
And spam
Thank you very much, Marriott.
Spam killer. What its main difference.
Okay.
It's not just a.
Okay.
It's not just a.
Okay. 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 Now. 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 Okay. 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 Okay.
Spam killer. What it
to spam buster. What
spam killer? What
to spam buster? What
spam killer? What it
to spam buster? What to spam buster? What to spam buster? What
spam killer? What it
to spam buster? What
spam killer? What it
to spam buster? What
spam killer? What it
to spam buster? What to spam buster? What to spam buster? What your email box, but it can get even worse. Okay, mailshell.com. Thank you. Anti-spam tools available. Spam killer. Anti-spam killer.
Sure. Spam killer.
Spam killer.
Sure.
Spam from any spam from any Pop 3 email account. And here to show us a few of them is Andrew Bransinger's Spam. We'll show you some anti-spam tools that are a spam killer.
Sure. Spam Killer is a commercial piece of software. It lets you, you can actually get it for free and try it out for 30 days if you want. What it does is, like all the other programs, it does go to your email account, download the mail, and then run filters against it to see which stuff is spam and which stuff isn't. When it finds something that is spam,
Spam fighters to Spam Buster. What would be the difference in Spam Buster?
well, Spam Killer, what
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pops up
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Spam Killer, what it
Pop-ups, pop-unders, get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
All right, that's our look at fighting spam off.
So the dream would be to have a 3 or 4 episodes on the go in multiple tabs with a glorious array of sound bank spam lodgements into the spam bank. And I'm just hoping here that carries. What we've done here will carry. So what I'll do is just close this season 11 episode 16 tab, or even indeed just go back out. Go to that even. Episode 16 MACWORLD. And then we open our spam bank, and yeah, there you see. So that's the update that I'm hoping for here. But I don't want you to think that my ass is on the line here and this has to happen by tomorrow, by yesterday. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But if we're going to build up an arsenal in order to create beautiful exit soundscapes for the FAT32 streams, then it really would be an essential piece. Look, if we get a great episode, we can just riff off the one. I wasn't too gone on this spam. I like the word spam, but it just got a little bit too repetitive. There wasn't too much going on. I think maybe that's just a problem with 2002 series. It kind of lacked a little bit of zip. So let's just kick on and move on to the next one. Yeah, take the victory here. We've got a brand new boosted spam bank. It looks great. Glyn, thank you very much for the tip. Mary, thank you very much. Very, very, very kind of you. And to everybody else as well. Good night and spam bless. And we'll see you later on.
Online, don't go away. I'll be back in just a moment with my pick of the week. The coolest new way to get online at broadband speed.
Okay.
And you can either do one shopping as one address for all of your. We have global filters. The way
send address.
It's spy versus spy going.
That's right.
Junk mail. Junk mail.
Ted, thank you very, very much. Okay, fuck. We've got a timestamp. Season 17, episode 10, Comdex 99, timestamp 2322. 17, episode 10. $23.22. Thank you very, very much there, Ted. Very kind of you. It's great to have this sort of info coming through the main frame. And here we are.
Instead of doing my usual pick of the week in this time slot, I wanted to spend a few moments responding to several emails I've received from viewers who are unhappy that I seem to frequently interrupt the guests on the show and don't let them keep talking. That's a fair observation, and so I'd like to explain why that happens. First of all, on this show, we try to give you a broad look at what we think are the leading technologies in a particular area. That usually means showing you at least 4 different examples of new products or technologies. That means we have a little more than 5 minutes to spend with each guest and each demo.
He's a class act. He's a fucking class act.
We figure it's better for you to see a little bit of several new technologies rather than for us to spend more time on just 1 or 2 examples. If you want more detail, of course, you can always go to a website. Now, our guests are usually not familiar with these kinds of time restraints. They're often involved in doing demos for analysts or investors or at trade shows where they have 20 or 30 minutes to explain their product, not 5 minutes.
You don't need to explain yourself, man. You've done so much for the community.
And of course, when our guests are from a particular vendor, they would ideally like to have more time than their competitors who will follow them on the show.
Greedy guests.
So they're used to taking lots of time, and they're motivated to take lots of time.
Not on your watch.
But I'm here to represent you, not them.
Good.
I want you to get a fair and equal look at all the different technologies we've selected for you to see. That means
Stu is us, we are Stu. You are me, and I am you. He's a vector. He's our avatar, roaming about a virtual environment on behalf of us, the viewer. And if you're upset with that, if you can't take the heat, get out of Stu's kitchen, because he's cooking some real nice gumbo.
I have to be the enforcer and make sure our guests stick to their allotted time. Also, I've spent a lot of time prepping for the final demo and discussion that you see.
Exactly.
I know what's in the product.
You do.
I know what's new about the product.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure we get that all in before time is up.
We know that you know.
That sometimes means moving things along and forcing our guests to follow the time schedule.
Force them. You need to fucking force them. They don't learn. They're greedy. They want attention. They know they're going to be broadcast around the world. You need to fucking do it by force. Stormtrooper.
That sometimes means moving things along and forcing our guests to follow the time schedule.
I like that he used the word force. He didn't shy away from that. And I mean, he's a class act. He did this fucking one-on-one with us, but he's letting us know as well. I'm going to use force. I'm going to use force.
And yes, that sometimes means interrupting them.
Yes.
But in my judgment, what they were going to say when I interrupted them
was shite anyway.
Is not as interesting or important as what I know they will say.
I know it.
If I nudge them along.
I know it. Thank you very much there, Stu. Massive. Very, very kind of you.
Fortunately, we also get lots of emails thanking us for keeping the show moving at a good pace, squeezing in lots of information in a short period of time.
I know you do. He gets a load of fucking good emails. But it's the ones that stick in your craw, you know, when the people turn on you. And I bet he has people turning on him, going, yeah, I didn't like it, Stu. I didn't like what you did there, and that wasn't nice with this. Take a hike. As I said, Skew is cooking up a big, fragrant bowl of gumbo. Technological gumbo, and we're in it to win it, to eat it. Soak it up. Sniff it in. This is Stu's arena. This is Stu's arena. I've just knocked something off there because I was getting a little bit carried away.
Emails thanking us for keeping the show moving at a good pace, squeezing in lots of information in a short period of time, and not letting our guests ramble on and do product pitches.
Yeah, because they're fucking annoying.
In the end, I'm looking for the same stuff you're looking for. Cool new technology.
We're all looking for the same stuff.
Solutions to computing and internet problems. The only difference between us is I know what's about to happen. Unfortunately, you don't, so you kind of have to trust me on this one.
Oh, we trust. There's so much fucking trust. Unfortunately, you don't. He's not talking to us. He's talking to a fucking group, a very vocal, loud group. Yeah, they've got email, and they're using it. And what can I say? What can I say more? I mean, he said it all. Good night, everyone, and we'll leave you with that. This man is a legend.
That's it for this edition of Computer Chronicles.
Straight into the fucking out of this, and straight into proper pro mode.
Well, you don't, so you kind of have to trust me on this one. That's it for this edition of Computer Chronicles. If you need any more information, please check out our website at cmptv.com. While you're there, click on the link to my weekly radio show. That's an hour long, so I don't have to interrupt the guests.
We need to get that radio show. I've put the call out there. I've looked. I can't find it. Can anybody get their hands on the radio? Did they record them even? It might have been an ephemeral piece where he just didn't record any of them. I want that, and I want the Chaffee letters.
Any more information, please check out our website at cmptv.com. While you're there, click on the link to my weekly radio show. That's an hour long, so I don't have to interrupt the guests.
You don't need. You can interrupt away, man. I'd love to listen to a radio show where you constantly just the audio. It would be brilliant audio to hear you for an hour, just getting them to go along, or just a Stu cast.
Thanks for joining us. Hope we'll see you here next time.
Cheers, Stu. We'll talk to you later. Best of Comdex. Ted, thanks for coming up with the goods on that one. And to your man who was tipping saying it was another one, thanks for letting us know about that, but it was a different one. It was a different one.
Computer Chronicles is
okay?
brought to you by bigstar.com.
Bigstar.com
With
are
thousands of
after you.
videos and DVDs for the whole family.
DVDs for the whole family.
Additional support by TechWeb for up-to-the-minute technology news. And by TVA, Television Associates.
Did someone just drop a
bridging the
bomb
worlds
on
of
this
computers
shit?
and video with
'Cause that
DVD
stuff was a
authoring
blast.
and MPEG encoding services.
Next week on the Computer Chronicles, the Y2K problem. We'll show you how to check your computer's CMOS and BIOS for possible year 2000 glitches. We'll look at some software that examines your applications and files to make sure they're Y2K compliant. We'll talk to Microsoft about some reported Y2K problems with Windows, and we'll search the web for good and bad information about what you should do to deal with Y2K. Plus, we'll look at the mainframe side of the problem. Can you count on power, water, money, and safe air travel on January 1? It's all coming up next week on the Computer Chronicles.
See ya!